Everdoor Garage Door. Squeaks, jerks, and rattles? Your garage door's crying for Everdoor. For just $49, they'll tune up and shut down the noise. Trust Everdoor for smooth service. Book at everdoor.com. Everdoor, the garage door that lasts evermore.
In a market full of noise, trust the Nickley Group to give you straight answers and smart real estate advice. The Nickley Group, Orlando's home team. Thinking of buying or selling a home quickly? Just call Nickley and tell them Jim Colbert told you to call. Nobody does guaranteed cash offer on your home better than the Nickley Group. Get your own team of local experts. Secure more money twice as fast. Real experts that get real results. The Nickley Group with Keller Williams Realty. Visit thenickley.com.
Insurance companies often play tough, offering you the bare minimum for your injuries. But why settle for less? With me, Mo DeWitt, your Orlando injury attorney, you pay nothing unless we win. Don't let the insurance companies push you around. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Are you 62 or older and wondering if a reverse mortgage can help you access the equity in your home? It's so easy to get a free reverse mortgage quote with that mortgage guy, Don. Just fill out the online questionnaire at thatmortgageguyDon.com, or you can make an office appointment to meet in person at 1401 Town Plaza Court, Winter Springs, Florida. Happy Home Mortgage. NMLS ID 2418348.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with that mortgageguyDon.com.
Be so for real. $5 doesn't get you much these days, unless you're at McDonald's. Because right now, you can get a $5 sausage McMuffin with egg combo meal. A savory sausage McMuffin with egg, crispy hash browns, and a small premium roast coffee. It's a full morning lineup for just $5. The price of your lost couch change, your wallet, and your stomach. Well, thank you. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
Back to school got you tight on cash? McDonald's under $4 McValue menu comes through. Pick from your favorites like a rich caramel frappe or chocolatey mocha frappe. All small frappes are just $3.50. Or grab the iconic snack wrap for just $2.99. That's right, the snack wraps you love are back. Can we take a moment to celebrate the McDonald's under $4 McValue menu? There's something for every appetite, every vibe, and every kind of day. Mickey D's comes through. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
After an accident, you may have an x-ray that looks normal, but you're still in pain. That's because soft tissue injuries like sprains and tears don't show up on x-rays. And if an insurance company doesn't see it, they may not believe you're hurt.
When they don't take your pain seriously, we fight back. We know doctors who are experts in diagnosing soft tissue injuries. They can help us prove that your pain is real, and we'll seek to get you paid for all of your future medical expenses.
Farah and Farah, Orlando.
Do you know Mahatma rice? A staple in our kitchens for generations. It's now easier than ever with delicious recipes like cilantro and lime and all the homemade taste we love. It's ready in only 90 seconds. Perfect at home, at work, or on the go. Mahatma rice feels like home.
Let's go! You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at VaxAssist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Think orange for your next vehicle. OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
This earful of Real Radio is sponsored by Wassey's Meat Market, the best place to buy a big green egg.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. From car accidents to personal injury cases, Mo has you covered. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free, new and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The news News Junkie is on. The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Friday, August 22nd, 2025. Lots to get to today from the feds raid John Bolton to get ready for attacks on your unused bedrooms. And the TSA just banned even more items from the airport. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hello.
Hello, C-Lane.
What's happening?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right into the studio in real time. And this never, ever happens, friends.
What happened? What's going on?
Everything okay? C-Lane, did you just get a giant sausage in your studio?
I want to make sure this is okay.
More outside.
This is unrelated to the sausage delivery, but we'll learn more about that momentarily. This is a last-minute message. It's from the CEO of Cracker Barrel. Let's see what she said.
Have a great Friday, you mother...
We did it, everybody!
Yeah. Come on.
We made our way through Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday has arrived. Pat yourself on the back. I knew you could do it. I knew you could do it. C-Lane, why did you get a sausage delivered?
Yeah, but look at the size of this
Somebody
thing,
dropped off like a bunch of meat.
No, look at that, Sean.
Don't say somebody. What is somebody?
I don't know. Somebody.
I heard random man all dressed in black.
Yes, the black meat
trench
man.
coat, and there's both sides of his trench coat were sausages.
The black meat man. The black meat man has stopped by your studio and just dropped off a summer sausage the size of a baseball bat.
Very Cliff's Notes version of why there's boxes and boxes of jerky and sausage outside. But I just said, all right, I'll take some. I don't care.
I'm going
I don't care
in
why.
for sure.
The why is not important to me.
All right, okay. Yeah, I mean, no questions asked.
It's
I get
sealed, factory sealed.
Signed, sealed, delivered. Yeah, there you go.
Sausage.
All right, here we go. Let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers in the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And this is one of those things that I personally hate, because I hate things in the world where I'm like, this is so dumb. But everybody's doing
Why
it
does
because
this look like a synagogue in the?
It's not Jews, okay? I love the Jews, all right? I love everybody. I just everybody on a Friday. I love you all, okay? But I hate things where I'm like, this is dumb. Everybody knows it's dumb, and we keep doing it because we're like, this is what we do, right? It's policy or whatever. I hate those things. I hate anything that you go, this is dumb. Everybody knows it's dumb, but we keep doing it because it's like the thing that we do. That is the kind of stuff that I hate. This guy filmed himself. He's at honest with you, it's a lot of blue in this store, so it looks a little Walmart-y, but it's not. I don't think it's some.
I'm
some
getting
sort
a Walmart vibe too, Sean.
It's kind of small though for that. Like it might be a Walmart. Let's see if the post says anything. No, it doesn't. It doesn't say where it is. Some sort of store, and this guy's in a checkout, which one of the final actual human being encounters that you'll have at a checkout, one would imagine, because this man is paying, getting his receipt, getting all of his items, and finishing the transaction at the store. And literally, he gets his receipt from the employee, and then 2 steps later, they go, I need to check your receipt. And that is just one of those things. Oh, God, that I just, here we go. All right, got his change, got his receipt.
For Ross.
Ross, dress for less. All right, got his bag ready. Here he goes. Got his receipt. All right.
Check my receipt?
Yes, sir.
Oh.
And then a quick check in that bag.
That's crazy. I just did it.
It's to make sure that they're not double scanning or not scanning one of your items.
All right. He said it's to make sure they're not double scanning or whatever, one of your items, which I think this guy might be here to make sure the employees aren't stealing or doing something nefarious. If that's the case, how lame to work. You're going to be replaced by a robot at your cash register in like 5 days.
Also,
and there's a dude like double checking all of your work like this.
Also, it's a Ross.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the place to steal, my dude.
At Costco, they do it so quick, and then they're probably more concerned about you walking out with a TV that you didn't pay for.
Uh-huh. Right.
What's the most expensive thing at a Ross?
You'd be surprised.
But the thing that always gets my attention, somebody says, that's how bad the stealing has gotten. Yeah, so arrest the people for stealing. We all just, because there's some people who want to steal some stuff from Ross or whatever, we all just go, okay, now when we check out, we walk 2 feet and then somebody looks in our bag and they do that little magic game. And I'm just going to say it, all right? I don't think half of these people are doing anything. When I leave Costco, are they really checking my receipt? Are they really... You know,
this guy looks like he's doing more than some of the other ones that do this. I think at Costco, they're checking for certain items and they look at your receipt, but they've got it down to such a science that it happens very quickly. Mm-hmm. Also, I think Costco is the only place you're required to stop because it's part of the membership agreement. I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I've heard people bring this up when we run into these situations on the show. I don't think you got to stop for this guy. You have no obligation to stop for this dude.
That's a good Mo question.
Okay.
I never thought about that.
But if you're going to be the person, and it's still a great Mo question, but are you ready for that backlash?
Yeah.
Is it going to be a whole moment where they're like, all right, well, I guess we're going to have to call law enforcement.
It's like a
trespass
kid.
you.
It's like a young kid with a body cam on and everything.
The meta glasses.
It's to make sure that they're not double scanning or not scanning one of your items.
Okay.
Right.
It's to protect you as a customer so you're not getting charged for something you didn't pick up.
Yeah, that's crazy because I was just like right there.
It doesn't matter. Sadly, it's policy.
Okay. Cool. All right. Thanks.
All right. See you later. This is like the weird checkout process.
And we go another day, Ross protected.
Safe. Everybody's safe out
Do
there
you
in the
know
world.
the adrenaline rush that 18-year-old is having right now in a security belt?
And he said afterwards, he was like, he was recording me. Yeah, he was recording me. All of this is so dumb. Like, why do either one of these people have jobs at this point? Like, here's what we do. Let me fix all of this. Sean fixes the world.
We're
part
doing
5,000. Okay, here we go. Here's how we do this. You go through an automated checkout procedure at every place that you buy stuff from, whether it be Ross or anywhere else. When you check out, you scan all your items and you pay. If you go out that door and you have one item that you did not pay for, you are shot on sight. Problem solved. Never happening
right
again.
To death?
Yeah, right. No, you don't necessarily have to die, but you get shot. We start out with like a leg
like
infringement.
Like that guy in D.C. who's been shot 4 times. He's doing good. Like what? Shoot it wherever he got shot.
Where's
a
the
Ross
best
nearby.
place to get shot so that you can continue living your normal life?
I'll ask
ChatGPT.
I hate to
In
say
the
this,
arm?
but I don't even know if ChatGPT will answer that, but I was going to say the ass. Is the ass because
it
you
depends
guys
how
have the
big
most
that
fat
booty
there.
is. Yeah, but what if you have a flat butt?
Here's where I have fat.
I think political experts would say the ear.
I have fat on my neck and I have fat on my ass. No. I'm gonna take the ass.
Neck, dude. That's jugular.
That's not good. I don't want that. Yeah, I'm going to go somewhere else. And I don't know if I have enough other places. All right. Anyhow, fixing the world one problem at a time. All you have to do, just like have an electric force field. You walk out of the Ross Dress for Less. You have something that you stole that you didn't pay for. Immediately 5,000 hyperjoules of whatever from a flux capacitor. Boom. Done. Problem solved.
Great
Fixed
stuff.
it. There you go.
Google won't answer me.
Oh,
they say any shot is violent and not okay.
They're not wrong, but come on. At least give us an answer here. We're not going to start our day off on a radio show like we did yesterday talking about a logo changing at Cracker Barrel because obviously that's ridiculous. Mm-hmm. But one of the biggest stories on the internet today with 1.7 million views is that Notre Dame has changed their logo as well.
I think I know why. I mean, are we
all right?
Are we trying to 2025 this thing and we're not fighting Irish?
I thought we weren't doing that anymore, but we kind of are because they took the little balding fighting Irish guy with his game, put him like his dukes are up. New logo. He's running. He's got a football. He's not even fighting anymore.
Run away.
The whole thing was the fighting Irish. Like, come on, here we go. Old logo, crusty but cool, long arms, and this guy's ready to fight. New, just very, very Fiverr vibes. Fiverr vibes.
Are they still called the Fighting Irish?
They're now the hanging out Irish. They're
Listen,
dialed down the anger.
Irish?
Let's break this down a little bit, though, because he's still got the same angry face.
He's angry
He
still.
is now actually in a running position, and that back fist is ready to punch. So
Maybe.
I'd say he is ready to fight more than he was in the past.
They made
He's
sure
going
we
to bring
still
that to
like.
someone's face.
They made sure we still know he is angry still. Like he is
Very.
still a very angry Irish leprechaun dude.
And he has
But-
that point in the back of his head, which is very uncomfortable for me.
I a lot of things are wrong with this, but there they go. Another meltdown because the change of the logo is happening here, and they took away the fighting part of the Fighting Irish, and they just gave them a football. Which, if I'm going to be real here again, I hate to do this. If I just got zapped into America 2025 Spawn Point now, and they said, which one of these is the football team logo? I'd be like, well, the one on the right is because the guy has a football. The other one is for like a UFC fighter or something.
Makes
That's what I would have
sense.
thought. Yeah, I would have been like, these guys aren't playing football. This guy's just a fighter at a bar somewhere. That's what he does. Meanwhile, big news out there in the world of all things politics that you probably don't like. Very quickly, I'll go through this. John Bolton, his home, and his
Are you
home
related to that singer guy?
Yeah, he's Michael Bolton's brother.
Oh.
Everybody knows this. Yeah. John Bolton used to be part of the Trump administration, part one. And when he was part of the Trump administration, all was well. But then he wrote a book and he dished about Trump, which wasn't all well. And now you see the news all over the place that his home has been raided. The FBI has raided his home. Here's what they're saying.
The probe dropped when Joe Biden became president. So is this picking up where that left off, David?
It's possible. I don't know with 100% certainty, but it is notable, guys, that John Bolton, Ambassador Bolton's security clearances were stripped earlier this year by President Trump. Tulsi Gabbard, the director of national intelligence, took that security clearance away. They had concerns. The administration
took it away
had
from
concerns about Ambassador Bolton still being able to access.
People get
some of
really
these
passionate
documents
about
and
that
have some of
security
those-
clearance stuff.
Yeah, well, it used to be that they just kind of kept it for a lot of people. And I think it was kind of ceremonial. I might be wrong about that, but I think it was like nobody really used it. But then now it's a political thing to be like, we took away Obama's security clearance. And you're like, well, okay, all right. Yeah, so like that was one of the things they did to
We
this John Bolton guy.
deactivated his prox card.
Yeah, but now they've gone further here, and they've raided his house because of how they think he was handling, and this might strike you as a familiar tone, classified documents.
Security clearances. It's also notable that John Bolton had a security detail.
Nice little house, Bolton.
Because of the threats from Iran on his life. That security detail, that government federal paid security detail, was also taken away.
All right, so they took away security, they took away his clearances, and now they've taken away a bunch of stuff in boxes and bags from his house. The man with a mustache that just won't quit, John Bolton, in some trouble today. And I'm having a little bit of a hard time believing one thing. And my question to you today is, do you believe this? Because shortly after these raids on John Bolton's house, they went to Trump and they said, what are your thoughts? They're raiding John Bolton right now. What are your thoughts? And Trump goes, first time hearing about this. He's like, I didn't know. I didn't know anything about this.
No, I don't know about it. I saw it on television this morning. I'm not a fan of John Bolton. He's a real sort of a low.
When did this hat show up?
When I hired him, he served a good purpose because, as you know, he was one of the people that forced Bush to do the ridiculous bombings in the Middle East. Bolton, he wants to always kill people.
Low energy.
And he's very bad at what he does, but he worked out great for me because every time he doesn't talk, he's like a very quiet person, except on television. If he could say something bad about Trump, he'll always do that. But
he does not like this guy.
What is behind him? Is it a Bitcoin ATM or something? What's going on?
Might be. He's got his hat has a message on it that says Trump was right about everything.
Yeah.
But it takes up a lot of space, so the hat is like extra tall.
I mean, the hat keeps getting bigger, does it not?
It's a little Elmer Fudd-y. It's getting a little bit tall, I think, in the britches.
He
there.
doesn't talk. He's quiet. And I'd walk into a room with him with a foreign country.
He said he didn't know.
The foreign country would give me everything because they said, oh, no, they're going to get blown up because John Bolton's there. He's not a smart guy, but He could be a very unpatriotic guy. I mean, we're going to find out. I know nothing about it. I just saw it this morning. They did it.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know anything about it. They did a raid. Who am I? I'm the president. I tell them to keep these things away from me. I don't want to know about it. However, just before it was announced that this raid was going down on Fox News, they had this message.
So we're going to see the president at noon today for an announcement. The basis of that, we don't have full information yet, but we also just got a notice from the pool that they've been loaded into the vans for a movement this morning that was not on the schedule. No clear details yet on where the president is going, but it sounds like they might be on the move here very soon.
So they're like, oh, there's some big news incoming. Some big news. You've got to scramble, everybody. Get all the reporters in there. There's an unexpected moment that is on the way. And then right after that, the John Bolton thing drops. And I'm like, I don't know if he didn't know about this. I don't exactly know.
Said he didn't know about it. And then he did 2.5 full minutes on him. And then
oh, John Bolton, never heard of him. By the way, he's the dumbest guy I've ever met. FBI conducts a search at John Bolton's home as part of a resumed national security investigation, according to CNN. This guy worked in the previous Trump administration, and then things fell apart. He published a book in 2020 in which he claimed Trump was woefully underinformed, and I guess that was not liked. And so there we go. You see us where we are right now. Okay, we have so many things to get into on a lovely Friday here on the show. We hope today's the day we hear your voice. Send us a video or audio dispatch. Fire yours off right now at thenewsjunkie.com. When we come back, it's time, baby. We gotta check this out. The TSA, in all their infinite wisdom, has decided to add some more things to the list of stuff you cannot bring through the airport.
No.
I thought we were cutting away at that stuff. I thought we were making the world a better place and TSA great again. But more stuff you now can't bring to the airport. What's on the list? We'll get to that. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Look out for an earlier accident on Florida's Turnpike northbound before the ramp junction where it meets State Road 429. There's emergency crews on the roadways clearing up an accident on the ramp from Cayley Street to I-4 westbound. You're going to run into some slowdowns on I-4 through the city and through that amusement park area. The roadways might be wet out there, so travel with caution. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. Need better sleep? This Labor Day weekend, upgrade to premium sleep at Mattress Firm's best sale of the year. Let their sleep experts match you with the perfect bed and get the rest you deserve. They make sleep easy. Shop Mattress Firm's best sale of the year.
You know, when you're on your way home after work today, take a look around your neighborhood. If you're like me, you notice more and more of your neighbors have solar panels, up on the roof. Back in the day, people said, no, I'm not doing that. That looks tacky. I'm not putting those on my roof. And now you realize your neighbors are not only saving money, they have the freedom and peace of mind knowing their home is covered in the event of an outage, powered by clean energy from the sun every single day. And if you want to be next, you want to be that person who is safe from the outages. You think that could be you? The company to call is Solar Installers of Florida. They've been helping homeowners go solar for 17 years, and you might be surprised at how affordable it can be because they'll work on financing options with you and combine that with the current tax credits. You can save money right away and keep doing so year after year. Plus, their team maintains quality by handling the install, the engineering, the permitting. They do that all in-house. No contractors, no outsourcing, none of that. So if you're still wondering if solar's worth it, stop wondering and find out today. Get a free quote by calling 407-777-5050. That's 407-777-5050. Or check them out online at solarinstallersoflorida.com.
I'm Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt. Sometimes injuries that may seem minor today affect you for the rest of your life. Not all injuries are visible. I've seen it too many times. A client hires the wrong...
Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. In 3 minutes, we're coming back live on the show. I know what you're saying. 3 minutes, Sean? Isn't that too soon? Perhaps. But we're going to do it anyway. Because you deserve content. Hello? What do you got?
I'm trying to figure out something to spend my time on.
You're trying to find something to spend your time on?
Yeah.
Why don't you go dig a hole?
For you?
Why don't you go for a run?
And the thundering.
It's thundering?
Yeah.
You ever been hit with thunder?
No, I don't want to.
Ain't no such thing as anybody get hit by thunder. You gonna wait out this storm?
I think I'm gonna make a bolognese.
Do it. I like bolognese.
Okay.
Okay.
What card?
Wait, you gonna buy stuff? This is gonna cost money?
Yeah.
Use the regular one. Get out of here. What is this? There's a storm, so I gotta pay money for bolognese?
I don't know, the house is clean, everything's done.
You think bolognese just grows on trees?
We can freeze it.
Why are we freezing it? I want to eat it if I'm going to do something with it. Jesus. 90 seconds and we're coming back, folks. If it keeps raining like this, I'll be bankrupt. Bolognese money doesn't just grow on trees. Hey Peachy, hey Dan, hey Sunstate John. Snoop Frog, one hell of a punk rock show. Beers, hey Beers. It looks very rumbly over Sean's way. It is rumbly out there, I'll give her that. But, I mean, there's a million things that you could do for free. And then she's like, I'm gonna make some bolognese. They're like, okay, make some bolognese. They're like, oh yeah, by the way, that's gonna cost you big time, buddy. Bucko. She should take your card to Spirit Halloween. Oh, trust me, that's probably in the agenda this weekend. But if I'm honest, I kind of want to go to Spirit Halloween. They have so many cool things. All right. Here we go, everybody. Buckle up. Let's find out what's new on the TSA ban list. And ladies, you are hardest hit by this. The TSA is coming after you. Sorry. Copyright music, copyright music, copyright music, copyright music.
From Madonna to Michael. And more. iHeart 80s goes commercial free this weekend and every weekend. Open the free iHeart app, search iHeart 80s, and make it your next preset.
iHeart Radio.
Most impact windows from Reese Windows and Doors are installed in just 6 to 8 weeks. Visit reesewindows.com.
The show that takes you from Skywall summer to Jack Rocket fall.
Learn more on the website, thenewsjunkie.com. That's right, it's called The News Junkie. Welcome into the world's most viral newsroom. More details at thenewsjunkie.com. I was banned for a joke on Twitch. Just misses it. Says TSA is telling women to take their bras off. No, the TSA does have new rules this week. The TSA is saying that, guess what? We were going to make your life better, but why not make it worse? There's more things you can't bring to the airport this weekend. And that is actually true. Yeah, that is true. It's not women having to take off their bras, though. It is indeed targeting women, though, just in case you didn't know. And it's targeting women in a way that I didn't even know this was a thing. I didn't know this was a thing that you would ever carry on a flight with you, but I guess it is. The Transportation Security Administration, a.k.a. the TSA. We were told... I thought with Trump, we were like minimizing this. Like we could keep on our shoes like Americans again. I thought that when we went through TSA, we'd have to take less stuff off and we'd still be secure, but we wouldn't have to worry about like little things of fluid being with us and stuff. But there's more stuff going on the list. And here's the update. They're saying that women or men, but I feel like this affects way more women. Women cannot bring curling irons and flat irons in their luggage that they bring through the airport.
Their carry-on.
That is going to wreak havoc.
Not even just carry-on, Sealand. No longer permitted in checked bags either.
What the hell? What are you supposed to do? I mean, wouldn't use that every single day.
There's a caveat here. I have never heard of this in my life, so forgive me. But it says the update means that curling irons and flat irons will be banned in carry-on bags and checked bags at the airport because that's what the TSA is suggesting here. Curling irons and flat irons with gas cartridges or butane fuel are what they're targeting. And I've never heard of this before.
As a woman, neither have I. It's been the, plug it into the wall style.
Yeah, that's the only thing I've ever seen. Like, is there a camping curling iron that has a butane fuel tank on it or something? I've just never heard that. They said traditional electric curling irons and hair straighteners that plug into an outlet will be fine, but these ones you cannot have.
Interesting.
All right. And Conair, it's one word, Conair, the cordless collection. No, not the movie. This thing's only $20 on Amazon.
Based on the movie, though. But
really?
Do you notice that all the pictures of it, Elaine, are like from someone's house? Like, it's just pictures of the product on a desk.
Why?
Because it's probably sketchy AF.
But you wouldn't use something like this inside, would you? I just never knew it existed until today, which is kind of weird.
This is great for travel or everyday use, not so much anymore.
Mm-hmm, right.
I wonder if it was $20 yesterday. Heats up in just 2 minutes, powered by a Thermacell butane cartridge, which one of which is included.
Yeah,
I've
you
never
cannot
heard
have
of a butane curling iron.
And this must mean that they had some kind of chatter somewhere, and they go, "Look, here's how we're going to take down a plane. They must have heard something about these like flat irons and curling irons with gas cartridges."
I mean, but these gas cartridges got to those women via plane, I imagine.
I would think so. I mean, I just did.
They're not stopping that delivery.
I am uninitiated. I am unfamiliar. Ladies who have ever used one of these, please let us know. Chime in on the show. And I hate to tell you that there's more things that you cannot have at the TSA.
Damn it.
The full list is just growing and growing and growing. And aerosol insecticide, boom, can't have it on your carry-on bags anymore. Sorry, not allowed. What else did they get rid of? Alcoholic beverages over 140 proof. Axes and hatchets. What world are we living in? We can't bring an axe with us. I can't bring an axe on my flight. I thought this was America. What's going on here? What else is a no-go? Baseball bats, can't bring them with you on a flight anymore.
All right. That sucks for the Little League World Series that's been going on.
Battery-powered wheelchairs. BB guns, can't do it. Bear bangers.
Are you
not
serious?
Initiated. I don't even know what a bear banger is.
Tell them what a bear banger is.
Billy clubs, those are the cop things. As you could tell on down the line. It
Blood
goes.
sugar. Those are yeses.
Yeah, you can have the yeses. Bowling balls and bowling pins. Well, I want to violate some of these just to see what you're going to do to me. If I try to bring a bowling ball and pins on my flight, are they going to make me hit the ground like I'm a terrorist? And they're like, sir, he's got bowling balls and bowling pins on him right now.
My friend says, I used to use a butane curling iron in middle school when I had swim classes because they didn't have outlets in the locker room. And
that's crazy.
You would press a button down and it literally lights like a lighter. It was
weird.
Wow. Whoa, really?
But that's old, though. So I imagine they have some like lithium battery powered irons at this point.
Yeah, they do. They have, like when I searched for this, they had the one with the butane cartridge, and then a couple over, they had one that's like USB rechargeable. But I had never heard of these. This even says, oh, this is not aging well for them. The replacement cartridges, you could buy a 2-pack for $16.44, and it says, replacement cartridges by Travel Smart.
Some of these things make sense. Some of them don't, like cattle prods. Of course, I can't bring a cattle prod on a flight. I understand that. But why can't I bring a cast iron pan? Why can't I go
Because it can be
onto a
used as a
flight?
weapon.
If a cast iron pan can be used as a weapon, so could literally anything. You could just weaponize anything. Has anybody in the history of ever bonk the person with a cast iron pan to
I see it in a
hijack
lot of
plane.
movies.
Same. Cartoons as well.
Oh, and in the cartoon ones, they bonk them with the pan, and then the pan molds to the face of the person that you just bonked. So it's a real thing,
And that's
Sean.
based on true stories.
I only believe that half of this stuff is real. One of these things that it says you could just barely have is crampons. Which is a crampon.
Is that anything to do with tampons? Or?
I don't know. It sounds a lot like it, doesn't it? A crampon.
Yeah, you just put it up there harder.
Maybe it's a camping item or something. Just right. All right. Well, now you know, folks. If you wanted to bring one of those
it
things,
is nothing like a tampon.
It's not.
No,
What is it?
a crampon, a hiking crampon, is like those add-ons you put around your shoes to like hike up ice. They got spikes in the bottom of them.
Oh, okay. That's a weapon, for sure.
Yeah, well, let's keep that off the planes. I'm good with that one. But some of these other ones,
Can
I
you
don't
imagine getting crampon to the face?
Ooh, not a good
Ow.
time.
I asked Ashley if she'd ever heard or used a gas curling iron. She says, no, I never lived in the 1800s.
So it does sound like that, right? It's like an oil lamp in your house or something. It feels a bit dated, but you can't bring it through the TSA anymore, ladies. That's a big, fat no from them.
I'm sure this is going to be a huge change for a lot of people.
There are many very, very old maids that are headed to the airport right now hitting the brakes. They are hitting the brakes, saying, I can't do it. We got to turn around right now. What do you think? Is this impacting you? Have you ever used one of these? Do let us know. Or give us your TSA stories. Send in a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com right now. When we return, another incident at an airport that we have to get into, Cracker Barrel updates, emails rolling in, and a whole bunch more. And it's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
This weekend, Real Radio 104.1 smells like the 90s.
But I'm a creep.
Classic alternative.
With a check of your forecast, and for today, we are going to be expecting hit and miss showers and thunderstorms, especially into the early afternoon. Plan for around a 70% chance of rain. Heavy rain and frequent lightning will be likely, along with some pockets of gusty winds. That will help to keep temperatures on the lower side today. We'll be in the low 90s for highs. And as we head throughout this weekend, still plan for scattered afternoon showers and storms. From the Fox 35 Storm.
Hey, folks. How are you? I have a question for you. As is oft the case around here, here's what I have for you. There's a story that I want to touch on real quick when we come back. And it's about a woman who was very angry at the airport, right? Not because she couldn't get her curling iron with butane on the plane, but instead, here was her problem. And this has millions of views and had sparked a big conversation online. The idea was this woman said she had to use the restroom. And she asked somebody, hey, will you watch my luggage for a second while I go use the restroom? And the person said no, flat out no, I won't do it. And this woman was incensed. Like, how could people be so rude in 2025? It seems like this would be a time we'd be nice to each other or something. Why can't you just watch my luggage while I pee real quick? It'll just take a matter of minutes. And the woman was very mad about this. And there was quite a few people who were like, yeah, not a big deal. Just watch the person's luggage while they go to the bathroom. But for me, two things. Isn't there a whole thing about like unattended luggage? Isn't that like a whole thing that they're shouting over the speakers all the time? I've never done that before for somebody.
Do you need anything from Publix?
You haven't gone and spent the bolognese money yet?
I just finished my list.
Question.
Yes.
If you're at the airport and some woman comes up to you, she says, will you watch my luggage for a second
No.
while I use the rest? Well, no?
No.
Why not?
Because the TSA says I shouldn't do that.
See? You see? You're not supposed to do it. Because why?
Because there could be something in there. There could be a bomb in there.
That's right. Unattended luggage.
Unattended luggage.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Also, can't you bring your baggage into the bathroom?
Yeah, that's sus.
She just doesn't want to roll her baggage into the bathroom, right?
No, she might not want plume.
Also, how long am I sitting here watching your baggage?
I'm not doing it.
I'm not doing it. Jason says, I'm not watching your bag. Yeah, I'm not doing it.
If I'm sitting down and someone's toddler is sitting next to me, I'd watch them for a little bit.
I wouldn't even watch a toddler. Unattended kid, unattended baggage, no, not doing it.
No one would ask you to watch their toddler.
Who says baggage is luggage? Luggage then. Suitcase, luggage. Publix?
Pretzels?
Do I need pretzels?
You only have one bag.
I'll take some pretzels.
What else?
Is this going to cost more than $1?
1 million.
All I need is pretzels. Now get out of here.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Luggage. Yeah, luggage. I've never had anybody even ask anything about like, hey, can you watch my luggage? Could you hold on to my luggage here while I use the restroom? A drug mule move? It sounds like a drug mule thing, doesn't it? It sounds a little bit like that. Today I learned Sean's low on pretzels. My lunch every single day, as you already probably know, is sticky rice, microwavable bowls of sticky rice from Costco, magnifique. And then I take these chunks of chicken and I put them on top of my sticky rice and I put sriracha on there and pepper. I love it. It's delicious. I put one 100-calorie pretzel on the side and then usually a little bit of another bag of chips, but every day. The worst that's going to happen is it explodes. Yeah, that's the problem. Isn't that the storyline in Dumb and Dumber? Samsonite. How do we screw that up? Bag left unattended. You're not supposed to do that. This guy doesn't have pretzels. Yeah, I just did not know that was a thing at all at airports. Like, I didn't know it was a kindness thing that somebody would go, hey, here's my my luggage. Can you watch it while I go to the bathroom? I've never had anybody ask, and if they did ask, I would flat out say no to their faces and not feel bad about it. Zach, welcome. Good morning. Sorry you're a little late. I tell you to watch my luggage, Dan says, which has the bait stash of drugs in it. Then I take off to get the real stash once I call you in for the drugs and I distract the cops. That is not that far-fetched, actually. Right? Like, isn't that the problem, that it's not really that far-fetched? Who put an Alec? Oh my God! Oh my God, there's a lizard in here. There's a lizard literally running the camera right now. It's real. It's underneath the camera. How do I get it? There's a gecko right here underneath the camera. Oh God, I will have to address this during the next break. Oh no. It's a gecko. Oh no. Hang on.
Five Eloquist.
An app for pics, an app for playlists, even the app for scrolling endlessly at 2 a.m. But only one app puts the live radio dial in your pocket. The free iHeartRadio app. Get what millions already have. iHeartRadio! The #1 app for radio.
Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, offers more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports coaches, parents, students, and administrators. Visit PCADevZone.org.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Radio. 104.1.
Where breaking news meets broken people. This is the News Junkie.
Welcome into the most viral newsroom on planet Earth, and you can learn more about the show over on thenewsjunkie.com. Thanks to everybody for being with us today. I've never had anybody ask me to do this in my life, and that's why I was so amazed that it exploded into this huge conversation online. Millions and millions of people were talking about this woman who went to the airport, and she was incensed. I don't even know if I could play her video because she might have cursed. I feel unsure of whether or not this woman is going to curse.
Cursy feelings from her?
I don't know. Like it's just this. This is what you see. You see an upshot of a woman, blonde woman at the airport.
Brave.
And
not skirt, by the way. Yeah. It's from her clavicle up. Thank you.
No, I wasn't even talking about that. I was saying like most women prefer the down shot.
It's a bad angle. It is a rough angle for anybody. But she's filming here at the airport. And the idea is that somebody came up to, people will come up to you in the airport. And if a woman came up to you, Sabrina, and said, "Hey, how you doing?"
Good,
and
how are you?
You're both in the airport together. They go, "Will you do me a favor? Will you watch my my luggage?
Mm-hmm.
I just got to pop into the bathroom real quick, if you don't mind. Just keep an eye on this, and I'll be right back."
Sus. I think I would have to be kind of judging a book by its cover at that moment.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've certainly done the same when I've gone to the bathroom at maybe a restaurant or a bar that I have my work bag with me.
Airport is a different game.
But
Isn't that one of the questions they ask? Like you're not supposed to let other people watch your bags?
Yeah, it's on the overhead speakers.
Yeah, but
I don't
they
know
also
exactly
went
what they
through
said.
TSA already, right?
Yeah, but it still says unattended baggage. It should be reported or whatever. Hang on, let me try to play this. Stay by the dump button just in case this woman curses.
I feel like I don't want to talk too loud, but I'm in the airport.
I'm in the airport.
Anyways, I'm in the airport, and I just asked someone, hey, could you watch my stuff? I'm going to run to the bathroom really quick. And it was just I have a Baze carry-on and my purse.
Love Baze.
And I fully expected her to say yes, and she goes, "No, you should honestly take it with you."
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, you should.
Absolutely.
Yeah. First of all, doesn't everybody at the airport who has a bag with them take the bag into the bathroom if they have to go to the bathroom?
Yes.
Isn't that just a totally normal
but
thing?
it's a bitch when it comes to women's bathrooms. I don't know. Men's bathrooms have urinals in the airport, right? I assume.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the stalls, but it's just stalls for the gals.
Mm-hmm.
And they are not baggage friendly. If you're by yourself, it's a whole to-do. Even closing that door.
Can you hang the baggage up or your bag up on something? Or
They
no?
usually have hooks.
What? For a roll?
Well, yeah, I guess you wouldn't use for a roll, but
I mean, I thought it was
Also, you wouldn't
rule
wanna-
number one at the airport. Don't let anybody say, "Hey, here's my baggage. Watch this for a moment while I go to
guess
the
I really
bathroom."
haven't had to think about this at length because I do not travel alone.
Mm-hmm.
So there's always, we kind of tag team the thing when my wife and I go to the restroom at the bathroom or at the airport.
I went, I think it was Ireland or when I went to Italy, rather. I flew by myself and I had to go to the bathroom.
Oh, you're taking your bag.
And then I brought the bag inside the, there's you have to time it out perfectly with the stall doors.
Yeah.
Because if you go in first or you don't open it wide enough, then it's a whole thing. You have to
Takes up a lot of room.
Yeah, but if you put it aside now, had I done that, would I have TSA tackling me as soon as I'm done with the bathroom?
Maybe. I don't know. It's a red flag for somebody to go, "Hey, check out this baggage real quick. No worries. Not a bunch of drugs in here, I assure you." Right?
When they have those airports that are a little more modern and filled with features and stuff. They have those airports that you could sleep in for a while.
Mm-hmm.
You get a little sleep tube, or it's not quite a
pod.
Yeah, it's a pod. Is there room for your luggage in the pod?
I think maybe.
You think
I would have
because that would be the most especially if you're going to sleep, that would be the most vulnerable your carry-on items are, and a lot of times my carry-on items are all the expensive stuff.
Mm-hmm.
This is the stuff that I want to play with on the plane, like my laptop and other items like that.
I thought it was just a flat out rule that you don't do this, you don't ask this, but this lady is just very strange.
Keep in mind, the bathroom is a no joke. I can see from here a few steps away from where we're sitting. I've never been so caught off guard. I fully thought she was going to be like, yeah, that's fine. Go ahead and go. Like, our plane's about to board. She fully said no, which is fine. You don't have to watch it, but I'm not going to take all my belongings a few steps away when you're already sitting here. And
Yeah, you could be doing this for me. This is like this view of the world where, hey, this is going to be inconvenient for me. Why on earth are you not helping me right now? If life is a video game, I'm the main character here. You are around me.
You said yourself, lady, the plane is about to board. What if that lady wants to get on the flight and she doesn't want to have to watch your bag? She wants to get situated, settled.
Hold on. Are you suggesting there are other people on planet Earth?
Yes.
I can't deal with this.
Rumor has it.
Would you do it? Let us know. Send us a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. Record yours right now. You can also email the show. Lots of emails already rolling in, and we'll get to some of those before too long. Tips, T-I-P-S, at thenewsjunkie.com. The backlash continues for Cracker Barrel. People very, very upset about a logo changing. Very, very upset. People now memeing like crazy. They've got a proposed Cracker Barrel menu with an all-woke alignment of food, like the anti-Semitic steak and eggs.
Didn't really have very good graphic design on this one.
No, it's not very convincing. The land acknowledgement flapjacks, because changing your logo to a barrel is equivalent of all these things. The Black Lives Matter biscuits. There are a lot of different items here on this.
Grandma / pause gender sampler.
It's just so stupid. The amount of people who are affected by an old country store and breakfast location changing their logo this week is way too high.
I mean,
it's
with zero caption attached to it, they were like, "We realize how this looks to people of color and minorities, and it's offensive." No, they just changed the logo. And everyone just assumed what it was.
How
right?
many of these people haven't been to a Cracker Barrel in the last year?
Oh, like everything else where people are complaining, C-Lane, it's people who probably never go. Like every other thing, it's like, well, that's it. I ain't going back to that place anymore. And you go, well, when's the last time you went? And you go, well, never. But I'm still very...
I went once when I was 8.
I ain't buying Nikes no more. And you're like, oh, were you a regular Nike buyer? No.
Can't afford them.
Yeah, for sure now. Now I got another reason why I'm definitely not getting those Nikes. Let us know what you think. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. Joshua emails the show. Joshua says, I'm a podcast listener. Well, thank you, Joshua. Appreciate you doing that. I recently heard an episode of the show in which you talked about a bunch of raccoons that took over somebody else's backyard and home. Yes, I remember this story. Yeah.
All 4 of them.
There was a gang of raccoons that went in this guy's
there were
cat
8,
door.
Sabrina, because I remember I was 3 short for my raccoon attack, if you'd will.
The old man called the news or posted this online, and the news called him. And they did a report. He's like, they're taking over my house. The raccoons are taking over. And Josh says, I find it funny that you think it's silly to think the raccoons could communicate a point of interest. Yet you think that you and your dog will be able to have a meaningful conversation very soon, says Joshua. Let me tell you why that's stupid, Joshua, okay? First of all, I understand that animals can obviously communicate with each other. That's clear. I mean, they just communicate in very different ways than humans do. But my point was, they said one raccoon went to this house, and the raccoon came back with like all its raccoon friends. And the idea was there equivalent of a moment between them were like, guys, this place is amazing. Nobody's there. There's a cat door we could go through. There's food everywhere. There's a hot tub. And all of the raccoons just go back. I don't think they could communicate on that level. And as far as my interest in human to animal communication, I maintain belief that in our timelines, say within the next 30 or so years, 30 to 40 years, I think that there will be a scientific breakthrough that allows us to communicate better with animals. We've seen so many breakthroughs in technology, but that will be something that takes the communications of an animal and translates that in whatever way possible to bring that back to us is something we can understand as humans. I think it's coming, all right? And I think that's just a little bit different than what we have going on here. Obviously, I think animals can communicate with one another. Unfortunately, we can't communicate back and forth, and I don't think their communications are as complicated as you do. Colleen emails the show, tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Hi, 4 exclamation points. 3, maybe. My husband has been hearing you talk about a Hulu documentary you watched, and I cannot remember the name. Can you please share with me what it is? Thank you so much. Have a great weekend, says Colleen.
Colleen, you got to be more specific. The most recent Hulu one, I think, was Stalking Samantha.
Yes, that's correct.
What I was looking for.
Yeah, Stalking.
Yogurt Murders, maybe?
No, that's on another one, I think. That's on like HBO or something. But the Stalking Samantha, 13 Years of Terror on Hulu, I said that one is crazy good because of all the footage that they have. And like, if you like those kind of docuseries, you will like this because of how insane the story is and all the unbelievable footage that they have to go along with it. So that might have been it. I think C-Lane's probably right about that. If it wasn't, let me know, and I'll dig around to see what else it was. But there you go. All right, we are going to go over to you and see what's happening in your world. A lot of people are chiming in about TSA because TSA is now putting new stuff on their banned list, including curling irons and straighteners that are gas-powered, which none of us even knew was a thing. But here's Miami native Mike talking about this.
Good day, news junkies.
Hey.
This is Miami native Mike. The problem with the butane and the aerosol cans is pressure. The pressure of the units can explode in high altitudes.
Yeah, that's no good. You don't want that.
Later, guys.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate that.
It almost sounds like something that they were probably already turning people away for. I mean, if they were finding them.
I don't know. Were they? Because they did say, like, what did you say? It said, like, travel friendly or something on the ones that they were selling.
I guess.
Yeah. Here's Andrew.
Very unfortunate for that company that makes these.
Here's Andrew talking about another thing that the TSA doesn't want you to have.
Come on, Sean. You've never seen anyone use a pan to bonk somebody? You ever seen Lord of the Rings, man? Samwise the Brave uses a pan quite a few times. It's pretty awesome. Well, happy Friday. Later.
Andrew, I hate to admit it here.
Saturday, Sunday.
Thank you.
I have never seen any of the Lord of the Rings stuff. Not even. I think I watched like half of an episode when they remember when there was a big kerfuffle because Amazon spent so much money making the Lord of the Rings show, and then nobody really watched it. And I said, well, let me see what this is all about. And I went to watch it, and I just don't get it. I don't know what's happening. It's like I came too late to the party.
It's not for me.
I am right there with you.
The setting is not something that really interests me. It's kind of like a Braveheart thing.
Yeah,
not into
Braveheart's just one movie.
Yeah.
I
Lord
know
of the
it's
Rings, there's a lot of
long.
movies I'm not into.
I know it's real. I know it's long, and I just am not connected with it. Last dispatch for now. Here is Booty Sweats. Okay.
Hey there, junkies. Happy Friday.
Hey,
Saturday, I really feel bad for anybody who's trying to make a new logo or even a mascot for a sports team, because in the case of Notre Dame, if they put that new logo on their paraphernalia and the team's performance starts bombing like a car in Dublin, you know full well the fans are going to come after the new logo, and they're going to say that they need to switch back just because the new logo is associated with poor performance.
Maybe. I don't know.
Wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop.
All I know is this. If you have a website, a logo, a company, anything, if you change anything, people lose their minds. They go crazy. Like, people cannot stand change of any type. It has no impact on their life mostly. But they cannot stand any kind of change like this, and that's why it causes a meltdown. Let us know what you think. Join us with a video or audio dispatch. Record yours now at thenewsjunkie.com. Quick break. Back in a second. We got to get back into what's happening in Canada because it continues to get pretty crazy there. A man gets shot by the cops for a strange reason, and a whole lot more, and that's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Smell that? It's almost football season. Hear the Tampa Bay Buccaneers all season here on Real Radio 104.1, courtesy of Renewal by Anderson, official partner of the Tampa Bay Bucks.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Rain's causing a bit of commotion on the roadways. There's a couple accidents to keep an eye out for. Eastbound on I-4 before Sand Lake Road, 2 right lanes are blocked. Eastbound on I-4 past that World Drive area, the right lane's blocked there. Look out for crews on the roadways clearing up an accident on the ramp from Cayley Street to I-4 westbound. The roadways are wet out there, so travel with caution. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Traffic.
Hey, everybody. Folks, quick note for those of you.
Abrupt stop to that.
For those of you who watch the videos that I post online, it's so hilarious.
Kind of hit the coast a little bit north of us. Florida is okay for now, but when the next one comes and finally does give us that storm that we get every now and then.
Where should I post this?
Takes out your power for a couple days. What are you gonna do? You're gonna sit in the dark and watch your neighbors with their.
I'm gonna put it on Twitter.
With their AC on, with their fridge on. If you had a solar system and battery backup from Solar Installers of Florida, that could be you. You could be safe and comfortable while everybody else is just kind of in the dark.
That's what I was freaking out about. It's the smallest, most adorable little lizard you ever seen in your life who is running the camera right now for Skull Mike. And I thought somebody had placed a tiny little plastic alligator like this.
Call Solar Installers of Florida today. Call them at 407-777-50.
I thought somebody had placed a little tiny plastic alligator like this underneath the camera, but it's an actual animal. I just tweeted it at the News Junkie. Anyways, if you are somebody who watches any of the videos I post, another one coming up today after the show. Thank you for your support on those. Last one has like 1.2 million and counting views over on Facebook. Godspeed, love you, bless you, bless up. And then there are 2 secret shows on the way. The first one will be posted today before or right around 5 p.m. as per usual. And the second secret show will drop on Monday when the show is off. Show us the pic. It's on Twitter. Go to twitter.com/thenewsjunkie. I don't know if you can see. And I got to get close to the actual lizard to show you. Can you see? Can you see that? There's a lizard running the camera right now, literally. He's adorable. I mean, it is pretty cute. I thought it was like one of the little salamander type ones, but it's not. It's just, I think it's just a regular lizard. He's cute. Sean doesn't get many visitors. I don't want this thing in here. What do I do with it? Do I just leave him alone? Not a gecko? Yeah, no.
Can improve an aspiring pro swing. But what really cares can help transform a career. There's the answer, new champion. When you team up with someone who knows a lot and cares even more.
Chameleon? No, I think it's just a regular ass Florida lizard, but it's a little itty bitty baby one. And he is making his way through the studio. This next story is crazy. He'll eat bugs? Well, that's good. I like that. My problem is, you're saying, like, just leave him alone. He'll make his way out. I don't think he will or can. He ain't getting out this way. He ain't getting out this way. I'm not even sure how he got in here. He probably crawled in on somebody because it was pouring down rain when Josh and Sealand came here. I bet the little lizard crawled on one of them, and then when they came in here, popped off and now the little lizard is running the camera. 2 minutes and we're coming back. The lizard just said that's a lot of macaroni? That's a lot of macaroni. You'll find him dead somewhere someday? True. True. It ain't getting out of here. I know that. And it's hanging on tight to that camera. So the problem is, my decision is as follows. Number one, do I leave the lizard alone and it just exists in here and hopefully it has enough to survive for some period of time? Or two, do I rock that motherfucker's world and grab it and go outside and just toss it so that it has some hope of like getting out into the world? He'll die inside, he'll run out of food. Okay, save the lizard or leave the lizard. You will decide. Save the lizard or leave the lizard.
Don't stop prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. Stroke risk may increase. Eliquis can cause serious and potentially fatal bleeding.
Save.
Don't take if you have an artificial
Release Junkie Cat.
or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking may
Save.
or bleed longer. A spinal
Have you caught a lizard before? I have. I grew up in the acreage. I've caught many a lizard. Not that small though.
unexpected bleeding or bruising or back pain,
Catch and release. Save.
weakness or incontinence.
I'll try to get him next break.
SSRIs, SNRIs, and inhibitors increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com. High five, Eliquis. Do you have AC needs? Turn. What do you want to do here, real quick?
Whatever you want. Whatever's good.
Air.com.
Okay.
I've Eliquis. Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Need help after an accident? Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. Three best friends diving into the deep end of internet culture. This
This is the News Junkie, and you can learn more about the show on the website, thenewsjunkie.com. Follow along on all social platforms, thenewsjunkie.com/share. I hate this idea. I hate this. Honestly, there are two real views of the world, and when it comes down to like simple stuff like taxes, you either believe that, which I believe, the government has plenty of our money. They take more than enough of our money. They should give us more of our own hard-worked, hard-earned money back. And the government has enough to do all the things that we want them to and more. They have enough to get their job done. They have enough to provide great schooling for absolutely everybody and policing and make sure our roads are in great, condition. They have enough money that they take out of my paycheck and your paycheck and everybody's paycheck to do that. And the second view of the world is you must keep taxing. You must keep taxing and taxing and taxing. You get taxed on the this and the that and then nickel and dime you into oblivion. And the new tax plan that's being floated out by a lot of people, and this is like one of those things that folks have already tried, and it's just a disaster. I absolutely hate this idea, but I got to tell you, it's because it would impact me. All right, that's one of the reasons it would impact me. I ask you this.
What,
I start with this
taxing the
question.
rich?
Well, it's not that. It's not that. I mean, in some ways, it might end up that way, but it's not. It's not that. C-Lane, do you have an extra unused room at your house?
Yes,
you do. Okay,
But does mean stuff, isn't it?
When I say unused, I mean a person is not living in it. A person
gosh, I have
is
two.
not. You have two. Okay, two of them. Sabrina, at your house, any room where there's like, okay, this is a bedroom, but nobody actually is sleeping in this room.
Correct. Two.
Yeah. 2 of them for you too.
So an office would count as that.
Yes, yeah, because you're not like there's not a human being sleeping in that room, right? This idea is to tax the hell out of everybody who has spare bedrooms.
Excuse me?
I would be hit with 3, right? Even though like I have offices and there's stuff built in all of these rooms.
As long as no one's sleeping in there?
Yeah, if you have a spare room in your house, you would be hit with this tax that then would be something that the idea here is that single family homes should be for families. That single family homes are supposed to be occupied by people who have a whole bunch of kids to fill up those houses. That anybody who has a house with 1 bedroom that doesn't have a human being sleeping in it should be paying maybe like $1,000 for each of those rooms every month for occupying them or for taking a space that somebody else could be using. It's supposed to drive people out of homes that are too big for them. They don't want there to be like a giant neighborhood with nobody in it because single people live in all of the houses. They want to fine you and tax you and punish you into oblivion.
Is this for owning and renting?
This would be for owners. It would be for owners, I believe.
Baloney, dude.
It said a study done by a research firm, Cotality in Australia, found that over 60% of houses are lived in by 1 or 2 people, but the most common size of a house is either 3 to 4 rooms. So their idea is we have a housing crisis going on, but the housing crisis is because you're occupying a house that's too big for you. If you're 1 person, you should live in a 1-bedroom house. If you're 2 people, you should live in a 2-bedroom house, and so on and so forth. And every extra room that you have should be something that you are fined or taxed, whatever you want to say, every single month for leaving that area vacant. And that is going to fix somehow the housing crisis.
Yeah.
Number
please.
1, that will not fix the housing crisis. Number 2, you want to unite Republicans, Democrats, conservatives, progressives, the Jews, the Palestinians. You'll unite everybody for the first time since maybe, I don't know. I'm trying to think the last thing we all agreed on.
COVID, the first couple weeks.
Maybe the beginning of that. I don't even know about that. Nothing. The first time since never. Everybody will be in agreement that this is just absolutely insane. Feral Kitten on Twitch says, the housing crisis is relating to how people cannot afford the prices, plus the new roof, the insurance, and they get paid F all in general. The housing crisis in different areas is caused by different things. But mostly the problem is that we don't have enough multi-use housing units. And we don't build up enough in a lot of places. And so if you look at like Los Angeles in particular is so easy to spot the problem. They built single family houses absolutely everywhere because all the rich people all along the coast, they didn't want a bunch of poros living next to them. So they didn't want like a townhouse.
No duplexes here.
No duplexes, no quadruplexes, no apartment buildings, no mixed use residences. They didn't want any of that near them. So in that way, the single family household, which takes up more room and takes up all the area and then becomes more expensive, driving all the prices up, is the issue. But taxing people just because you might be a single wealthy person and you have the whole house to yourself ain't gonna go over very well.
So this is just bedrooms. Am I getting that right?
A bold plan to tax spare bedrooms.
All right.
Right?
Oh, yeah. Here's an easy way to game this system. Make them not count as bedrooms.
Everything's an office.
No, well, the office, because I have a spare bedroom that is in my office, but since no human lives in there, but it's still considered a bedroom, then I can call it, I have to call it a bedroom and I would be taxed on it.
So what you're saying is people will start to like build or rebuild their homes so that it's just a 1-bedroom, 4-bathroom house.
No.
Because everything else is technically not a bedroom.
I think when we were selling our house, there was a couple suggestions on gaming it so that it would be an extra bedroom. And there were some houses in my neighborhood that had the same floor plan as my old house that people had done this. Mm-hmm. What you need to have a bedroom is a door that closes and a closet. Those are the
Yeah.
two things that constitute a bedroom. Now,
So you take the door off the hinges and it's not a bedroom.
that's exactly what I'm thinking.
Every door is like a swinging door, or
No,
a
you
door
just
that
says they're all open walkways.
Does that
beads.
barn door thing that the hipsters
slider is that
Doing
that count?
That was what we were kind of trying to figure out, because I had barn doors, like the sliding barn doors, closing off our old bar area, and they were like, "Well, I don't know if that technically counts as a closed door because it didn't really like shut. It was they were just for show, but." Like all it was is like if that counts as a door, all we have to do is buy
Take it out.
buy an IKEA wardrobe that counts as a closet, and then boom, it's a bedroom. Now we're thinking the opposite. We don't want to get taxed on these unused rooms.
Yeah.
Time to start taking these doors down, throwing them in the garage, and now all of a sudden I have a 1-bedroom house with a lot of just weird spaces to walk
Extra
into.
rooms. Yeah, he's like, we'll work around
Let's
here.
not call them rooms, Sean.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to pay taxes on them.
meditative spaces.
Don't want that. Cotality head of Australian research Eliza Owen said questions are being raised about how well the housing market is serving real demand. While there's nothing wrong with more bedrooms than people in a dwelling, there could be some inefficiency in the way that housing is being allocated. They suggested taxing people who have more rooms than people in their house. Governments could make it more expensive to have more housing than you need and cheaper to live in small housing. Thoughts? Let us know. Hit us up with your dispatches. Record yours over at thenewsjunkie.com. We also want to hear from you with an email. You can do that. If you want to be anonymous, put that on top of your email to tips, TIPS at thenewsjunkie.com. All right, let's see. People are responding about animal communication. I did not know this was going to spark a conversation, but Patty emails and says, I've seen a couple instances of animal communication. Full-on Dr. Doolittle combo happening. Once was in Australia at Phillip Island. They have a penguin parade. You get there at sunset and sit on bleachers, and penguins come out of the ocean. They always have one sentinel that comes out of the water. If not eaten by another bird, then the rest will follow. We also had a raccoon family come up a tree in our neighbor's yard. A few minutes later, one ran off. They're trying to find food, shelter, et cetera, et cetera. Yes, sure, absolutely. I mean, I think everybody knows that there's communication going on to some level between animals, birds, all kinds of different species of animals. I'm suggesting that I don't think it's as complex in most cases, anywhere near as complex as humans have come up with. And we'll make those breakthroughs. I'm telling you, before too long, you'll go outside and they'll be like, you can take your AirPod and hit a button and it will translate the bird chirps in real time. And it'll be like, hungry, I'm hungry. I want some food. It'll be like, want to get laid, looking for late, got late. You know, that is probably the limited conversation that you will hear over and over and over again. Let's work in one dispatch on this real quick. Swilly, he's a big animal fan. He's got a lot of pets. He might know about this.
Hey, everybody. Happy today.
There he is.
So, Sean, I think it's funny that these raccoons communicating with one another is throwing such a wrench into your machinery. Across the animal kingdom, communal species will talk to each other about locations. Most notable example I can think of is honeybees. When a bee finds a good spot for a hive, he flies back to all his friends and he does a little dance. And they all look at this little dance and interpret that as to the exact location of where that bee previously was. And then they all fly there and they settle down. So it's not far-fetched at all to think that this raccoon found this house and was like, oh, I gotta go tell my friends.
Guys,
anyway, have a
it's
good weekend.
unbelievable. You got to check this place out. Probably. I believe you. Thank you, Swilly. Appreciate the dispatch. When we come back, let's see. I mean, I think this might include everybody on the show. Save for me. Yeah, save for me. I think this. Have you flown Delta or United in the last 10 years?
Yeah.
Delta girl. I'll take
Okay.
you.
We got two. Okay. Yeah, I figured. You guys, both of you, could be due money from those two companies.
I'm listening.
I don't think you're alone. I think like if a lot of people would answer, have you flown Delta or United in the past 10 years? A lot of people would be like, yeah. You definitely. I've got some money potentially for you for the most insane and unhinged reason. What? It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is The Jim Colbert Show.
He is always on TikTok.
It is. Listen, I have shunned most of all of my other social. I am a TikTok guy.
The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Northbound on Mills Avenue at Colonial Drive, the left lane's blocked. There's a crash getting cleared up on I-4 eastbound before Sand Lake Road. The right lane's blocked there on the Greenway southbound at Lee Vista Boulevard. The right lane's blocked. The roadways might be wet out there in your area, so travel with caution this afternoon. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-6768.
Okay. Here's the deal. Okay, the little lizard is still there. Is there anybody with any advice, he's about this big, on how I can get this lizard? He's right here. I'm literally... Oh, God, I just touched him. I don't want to hurt him or anything. What's the bet? Is just grab him, you think? Do I just grab the lizard? Yeah, I can see him right here. I get a really good shot at him. But do I just grab him and then run outside and throw him? Act like a bug and entice him? What do you think I am? I want to save the lizard that's on the camera. That's all I want to do. If you pinch the body, it'll turn and bite. Don't grab the tail, just cup it and don't squish. Don't grab the tail. Okay. Okay. He's backwards. Oh boy. Oh, ah! Oh, he's back under it. He knows I'm trying to get him now. Is he going to bite me? Oh no! Oh, he jumped! Where'd you go, dude? I lost him. He jumped somewhere. I lost him! Son of a bitch. I think he went into the equipment. I think he went in there. It's probably warm in there. I take back what I say about the Fighting Irish logo. This is the pussification of America. What? I'm not the crocodile hunter. This feels targeted. 3 minutes. We're coming back. What was I supposed to do? I was going to grab it. I was going to get a hold of it. I think it went into the equipment. Oh, there he is. There he is. He's right in there. He's on the power strip. He's right in there. Should I try to grab him in there? Oh, I broke it. Hey, there you go. Oh, God. Hold on. All right, 2.5 minutes. He's right in here. Oh. Where'd he go? I think he moved again. Huh. Hey. No, I went further in. All right. Let me know if you see him anywhere. Unbelievable. 2 minutes and we're back live on the show. 10 minutes before the whole stream goes down. If the lizard just starts like, gashing away at the switcher, all the different computers.
Cocoa Beach is perfect for adventure seekers, families, or a beautiful date with a sunset finish. Vacation mode starts at
You can't do anything without an audience? I can't see him anymore. What am I supposed to do? I'm trying to weaponize you. If you see him, let me know.
That's legendary. CocoBeach.com.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation and a regular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis Pixaban tablets reduced stroke risk.
All right, let's see.
And over 97% of Eliquis patients did not.
1 minute.
A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Have Courtney take care of him. She obviously wears the pants in this relationship. I mean, she would do a fine job. I'm going to get him today. I'm going to get him during the show. I need him to kind of eke his way out a little bit more to get in a place where it's easy for me to grab him, but I will get him today. It's not on my desk. He couldn't have gotten this far. Unbelievable.
Tell your doctor about planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
Okay. Here we go. Failure.
More at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
There's a vile sickness in Abbottstown. You must excise it. Dig into the deep earth and cut it out.
From iHeart Podcasts and Grim and Mild from Aaron Mahnke, this is Havoc Town, a new fiction podcast set in the Bridgewater audio universe. Listen to Havoc Town on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Havoc Town and start listening on the free iHeartRadio app today.
Are you shopping for hurricane impact windows? Get your free quote now, reesewindows.com.
If you ever need to talk, he'll pretend to listen. You're listening to the News Junkie.
Going through the most viral stories of the day. And no matter where you're listening from coast to coast, we appreciate you being with us here today on the show. Learn more about everything that goes down on the show on a daily basis at thenewsjunkie.com. I got some possible money for Sealand and Sabrina here. Unfortunately, it's not going to work for me because I haven't flown on Delta and United in a very long time. Although I feel like this would apply to almost every airline. And we'll get into the details on that in just a moment. How if you have gone Delta or United in the last 10 years, you might be up for some money. And the reason why is one that's pretty interesting. But first, I want to talk about this because one of the big stories this week has been the National Guard in Washington, D.C. And I saw Fox Baltimore. And Baltimore has been covering this D.C. stuff very closely because Trump really wants to go into Baltimore with the National Guard next. He wants to go into Baltimore following what's happening.
Did he end up doing the Washington, D.C. patrol?
I don't know. I didn't see anything last night that was... I saw that he was out there and he was giving some speech. He was talking about grass again. And he was talking about how he's going to make D.C. so beautiful and it's going to be even more improved than it is already. But I didn't see him like walking the streets. That's what I was promised. That's what I thought was going to go on. Maybe Trump does it this weekend at some point, and he's just kicking through the hood and going, look, it's safer now. You guys see, here's what's happening. So Fox 45, Fox 25, I don't know, one of the two of them in Baltimore, 45, I think, says this: National Guard's presence has slashed Washington, D.C. crime rates with 7 days homicide free. Which, I mean, that should be like every place should be 7 days homicide free. But I guess that's not the case. I guess a lot of people end up getting shot and killed in Washington, D.C. And WBFF says the recent deployment of the National Guard of Washington, D.C. has led to a significant decrease in crime, despite initial skepticism from locals. I heard a lot of locals that seem happy with this. The crime is minimal here. There's not a lot of crime here, one resident said. This looks like window dressing to me. However, since the National Guard's arrival, the city has experienced a notable decline in criminal activity. Carjackings down, all these things down. And they said there hasn't been a murder in a week, which is incredibly rare in Washington, D.C. So they've seen something.
What a grim stat.
I know. Like, it can't go a week. Some cities, there's a lot of people getting shot. A lot of, like Chicago. Oh, man. There's a lot. Every weekend, you got, bodies piling up and stuff. But they said 7 days homicide free with the National Guard's presence in D.C. And I've said this before, I'll say it a million times. If you live in Washington, it doesn't even matter what your politics are. Your politics will change radically based on things in your local environment and when the rubber hits the road in moments like that. So if you live in Washington, even if you hate Trump, if your neighborhood is scary and there's crime happening all the time and the cops don't seem to be doing enough about it, and people are getting carjacked, and you know a lot of people who have been robbed, and you just don't feel safe with your family and your kids and stuff. And then something like this happens, and then you do feel safe. And you look around and you're like, damn, the neighborhood has been better. And the outcomes of all of these people have improved because finally something was done about it. It will make you turn on all of those local officials that you now blame for making your life miserable every day before that. That is just how things work. That's how people change politically. You want to see people changing? I've heard Adam Carolla talk about this a lot. People in Malibu who their houses all burned down. Remember all the fires in California? Yeah. All those houses are still completely toast. There's nothing there. They haven't rebuilt anything because in California and Malibu in particular,
all the contractors are just booked solid.
Not even. They can't do anything because you have to get like 11 environmental impact studies done before you can do anything. You have to raise the land up because they decided to build on the beach and on and on and on. And when people get confronted with that reality, so many times it will make you go, well, I might not like this person, but I do like this. And it does make me dislike these other people.
And it happens the opposite way too. Like, look how people turned on Buddy Dyer.
Mm-hmm.
He was a beloved mayor. He was, it was everybody's buddy. And then, some choices were made during COVID and downtown went to crap and buddy.
No more buddy.
People will turn on a dime. They will hate you for stuff. If I'm honest with you, I'm sure there are plenty of reasons to hate this guy. I don't know enough about them. But Rick Scott is one of those people where I go, whoa, geez, man. Like, still never ran into a Rick Scott fan necessarily. But
there's enough of him that he got voted into these.
Yeah, that's true.
Like he holds these offices, and you just we don't hear from the people that are like, he's a nice guy, he's good, or just I check where the R is,
Well, I don't know. I think some people might be convinced that this, like, why didn't we improve this before? Why were our politicians chasing all these stupid utopian ideas that, like, all we have to do is take these 15-year-olds and build them one more gymnasium and then all the crime will stop? And it's like, no. The kids, especially, teenage kids, learn from punishments and consequences. And when the adults are all woke up in utopia world and they're saying, hey, we could fix all these kids, we just need to have enough books for them, the kids take advantage of that. It's like a soft-ass teacher in the classroom, lasts about 5 seconds. That's how it works. So I don't know. That seems to be an improvement for some people there. Let us know what you think. Send us a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. All right, back to you and your money. I know this is important to you. Why not have some extra money?
I'm ready.
Delta Airlines and United Airlines. Ask yourself the question, have you flown on Delta or United in the last decade? And if the answer is yes, it's yes for Sabrina, yes for Sealand.
I think it's the only one that I've flown with one Frontier flight to Cleveland.
You might get more then.
Let's
get more. Because there is now a lawsuit. It's rolling through the justice system right now. Your justice is on the way for both of you. And it's because there were people who purchased a ticket and they do pricing on both those airlines for window tickets that is more expensive. However, many of us who have traveled recently understand because they keep crushing us in there, there's more and more window seats without an actual window.
Yes. I saw somebody posting about this online recently that was like, hey, this person, I don't know what this is like. This person has this weird thing where they have anxiety about flying. It's a really weirdo thing, but some people have it, I guess.
Whatever, dude.
But this person particularly picks window seats and often pays more to ensure that she is next to a window, because that's part of the thing that calms her anxiety, is being able to see outside.
Resonates with me.
And she posted this thing that was like, hey, insert airline. I don't remember which one it was. This window seat has no window. There's no actual window, because the seat, the rows don't align with the portholes there.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you're not actually getting a window, then that feels a little bit like you got ripped off. That feels a little bit ripped off-esque. Proposed class actions have been filed against United and San Francisco federal court and against Delta and Brooklyn, New York federal court, seeking millions of dollars for damages for more than 1 million passengers, including you, at each carrier. The complaints say some Boeing 737, Boeing 757, and Airbus A321 planes contain seats that would normally contain windows, but they no longer have them. You got nothing. You got just like a piece of plastic or something. And if that's the case, you have been ripped off, and they are going to get to the bottom of this. So once again, we'll see what you think about that. Send us a dispatch at thenewsjunkie.com. Dan on YouTube says, man, people are just ready for a military dictatorship out there, aren't they? Scary. See, I think that's the misnomer here. And I'm not trying to target you in particular, but I see a lot of this thinking that I think is kind of dumb. I don't think this is people going, yeah, I want a military dictatorship. I think this is people saying the current dictatorship is when the elected officials around you pretend they can't do anything about the homeless crisis. The current dictatorship is when people say the local officials around you pretend, and the local law enforcement pretend they can't do anything about the crime that is popping up in your neighborhood. Just deal with it. It's a fact of life. Seth Rogen says sometimes they'll leave a little trinket behind when they steal your car. It's just a part of life around here. They've convinced you through their fiat, through their dictatorship, that this is the way we all have to live, that you have to go into Target and everything has to be locked behind glass panels, that every experience you have has to be the dystopian nightmare that it becomes because we rearrange the world for tiny, tiny percentages of us that are more violent or prone to crime. And the answer does not have to be the National Guard, though the National Guard forced, in this case, the hand of these folks in D.C. That should hopefully put pressure on local law enforcement in all these cities where things are out of control, that, hey, the people here want you to do the same thing. Throw the bad guys in jail. Fix the communities, right? That is not people clapping for fascism. That's people who want their neighborhood improved. And the people most against that are people living in gated neighborhoods, gated communities, where they're often far more safe and don't have to deal with any of this crap themselves. That's what I see in this case. Maybe you disagree. Hit me up. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com right now. Emails rolling in. A lot of people talking about various things we've talked about this week, including this one. Here's just another dude emailing tips at thenewsjunkie.com. Hey, Sean, I'm going to make a call. I believe Cracker Barrel is pulling a new Coke maneuver from the 1980s. Change their format, piss off customers, get us talking and tweeting, and then say, oh, we heard our customers and listened, and then they're going to change it back. Almost free publicity.
They've got a new CEO.
They do, yes. And she's the one who's pushing a lot of these changes at Cracker Barrel, including the logo. They only did a few stars, supposedly, he says.
Simple question would be to any managers of a Cracker Barrel who recently had all their signs changed. Were you told to destroy the old signs or do what you will with them? Or
Keep
were you
them
told
handy?
to hold on to them?
Want to bet on it? If I'm wrong, I'll send a video of me singing I'm a Little Teapot for you to play. If you're wrong, you have to sing I'm a Little Teapot on school mic during a break. Thanks, just another dude.
This
Bet
is a great
accepted.
bet.
I'll take your bet. What your bet has, and this, you don't have to add this to the pretend massive list of logical fallacies, but if there was a logical fallacy for you thinking that people were smarter and more strategic than they were, that would be the logical fallacy. Like, actually, 3D chess is underway here, and they're going to do all this, and then they'll be like, just kidding. Old logo back. No Beyond Meats on the menu. Like, no. No, this is just a case where they thought they might change an old, dated logo from Cracker Barrel, and then people get really attached to things and start, reeing because they're really upset. I honestly think that's it. So I'll take your bet. Handshake, bet, deal, done, just another dude. I do not think that Cracker Barrel will change the logo back. So let's see what else we got here for you. Somebody else talking about Cracker Barrel? Let's see. We got
Hey, Junkies.
Jay
Hope you're having
Ryan.
a wonderful day.
You too.
I was listening to the show yesterday, and you were talking about Cracker Barrel and if it was ever political. Well, in the 90s, they did have a lawsuit brought on them for openly discriminating against homosexuals. It even said in their material, if you wanted to be promoted, you had to have heterosexual tendencies, and it was a whole thing. But since then, I know that they've after losing that case, they changed their policies. They invested in some equity within the LGBTQ community. And last I saw, I think when I looked up yesterday, they had an 80 out of 100 ranking in one of the civil rights organizations.
Yeah.
So I know that they've, gotten away from that. But I think that's held in a certain generation's mind of being conservative. And you think of old people going there after church to yell at their servers and just kind of automatically associate it with the MAGA crowd.
True.
Anyways, I just want some hash brown casserole and call it a day.
Right.
You guys have a good one.
Yeah, thank you, Jay Ryan. Yeah, I think what happens is a lot of people simplify stuff and they go. I think church is a big thing. I think you're right about that. People go after church. People go to Cracker Barrel. Therefore, people go to church. Vote this way, and therefore Cracker Barrel is MAGA, and then on from there. I often look at these places. I'm like, that seems like a general interest place to me. I think. I don't see Democrats who are driving their cars. Oh, Cracker Barrel? No, we'll wait for the first watch. No, I don't see people doing that. Maybe they do. Maybe I'm wrong. Let us know. Send a dispatcher an email to tips, TIPS, @thenewsjunkie.com. Quick break. When we come back, the next episode with Sabrina. What's coming up on the next episode?
What's coming up on the next episode? According to reports, Lil Nas X may have exchanged the Old Town Road and rerouted to Hospital Boulevard. The controversy of the Cracker Barrel redesign continues, but some claim to have found the one person who could save it all. Plus, just when you thought you figured out how you were being ghosted and by whom, an ogre gets thrown into the mix. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 8 p.m., it's the Orlando Shine Show with Brendan and the Bus. At 9, we all find out what the hell is Angel listening to. Tonight on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Happy Friday, Central Florida. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your forecast. And for today, we are going to be expecting some hit and miss showers and storms, which will grow much more widespread as we get closer towards midday in the early afternoon. We'll be seeing about a 70% chance of rain today, which will help to keep temperatures on the lower side a little closer to normal in the low 90s. As we head to this weekend, we'll be slightly hotter with about a 60% chance of rain for Saturday and Sunday, and we'll taper things off towards the end of next week. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by the White House Briefing Room podcast with John Decker.
I'm John Decker. Join me weekdays for 15 minutes of no-spin White House coverage straight from the press briefing room. Subscribe now to the White House Briefing Room on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, hurricane season is among us. It's upon us. It's here, and it's time to make sure your home is protected with hurricane impact windows. They are affordable.
Transfers with it, increasing the value of your home and increasing your peace of mind, knowing that you're going to save on your energy bill and your home is better protected during a big storm. So, right now, you get 2 windows, you get the third one free. Installation is included, and they can get the job done usually in less than 8 weeks. Get your free quote today and register to win $15,000 in free windows. How do you do that? You text WOW to 20129.
Okay.
That's WOW to 20129 for Reese Windows and Doors.
I want to apologize for something. I know this is probably irritating some of you, so I just want to put it out there. I apologize that the show is getting in the way of the lizard hunt today. I apologize for that in advance. There's a lizard.
In here?
He was on the camera.
No way.
I'll show you. Hold on.
Aww.
He's hiding a little bit. Look.
Oh, poor little guy.
He was on the thing, and then he went down in here
He's
and
probably in there somewhere.
Yeah, I'm going to try to get him at some point in time. I
You
missed
gotta
him.
name him.
I don't want to name him. I don't want him in here.
He's a mascot.
He's not a mascot. He's a real animal.
I know, he's the animal mascot.
He's going to die in here if he doesn't get out.
Well, you better help him.
I'm doing my best. You just learned about this 2 seconds ago.
I did.
What are you doing?
I'm making bolognese. No.
Making what?
Bolognese.
You're making bolognese?
Yeah.
Is that your bolognese outfit?
This is my public though.
Oh, okay. You look nice.
Okay.
Okay.
Alrighty.
All right. How about do your best lizard impression? Bro, I'm not going to try to call a lizard. I know there's not a lizard call. All I want to do is see him somewhere. And if I can see the lizard, then I can get him. But I can't get him when he's in there. I need him out. I need him to come back out of the system. Alternatively, he just becomes part of everything happening in here. I'll get 90 seconds and we're coming back with the next episode. After that, This Week in Florida. And then I got some twists and turns. Some sparks will fly.
Because the Nickley Group can get a guaranteed cash offer on your home today. Just visit thenickley.com.
Guess you should name him? All right. Name that lizard. What do we name the lizard? Gator? Lizard? Can somebody please link the News Junkie app? I can't find it on the Play Store. It's because it's not on any app stores, because the app stores are insane. They take big chunks of your revenues. They have so many rules, it's ridiculous. They keep releasing new screen sizes, so it costs tens of thousands of dollars in developer fees. It's just go to thenewsjunkie.com. 45 seconds. Gator? Isn't his name Gator?
If you don't have one, you gotta go visit my friends at Wassey's Meat Market and get yourself
Gator the lizard.
They have the lowest prices in the country. They also have all the accessories. They even have a classroom set up where they'll teach you the basic to advanced techniques on the big green egg. Follow them on their
I have an idea.
Well, check out the website.
I have an idea to get the lizard during the next break. We're going to get that lizard. Hang tight.
Follow them on their social medias. Also, check out the website, Wassey'sMeatMarket.com in Melbourne on Wickham Road. It's Wassey's Meat Market.
Wherever the drive takes you, we're here to help keep you on the road. Whether it's back-to-school drop-offs or weekend getaways. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Your drive starts here. Go to VIOC.com for money-saving coupons or to find a location near you.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
On a constant quest to stay calm, like that bear in the hammock. This is
in the world of entertainment and beyond. We'll get into that here in just a moment, as I said, but you can, if you miss any of this show today, heads up, go over to the website, get the podcast links. They're free. They're ready for you. iHeartRadio pays the bills, and they provide the podcast. That's a 2-in-1. And if you want to make the station one of your presets right there on iHeartRadio, that is really, really nice of you. And how handy to have the station you like anyways right there on iHeart in your presets. Go do that whenever you get a chance over on the iHeartRadio app. All right, let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
because there's a lot on TV and you can't possibly keep up with all of it. Even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about? Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina. Hey, smoke weed every day.
Hold up. If the next episode is brought to you by anybody, it is brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Down. ThatMortgageGuyDon.com is where you start the process of a better life refinancing, buying a first dream home, debt consolidation, you want to start a business or own a franchise, this is the man to work with because not only is he an expert, but he is also making sure to make it easy for you. Can be very confusing. Some people will treat you like numbers. Now, that mortgage guy, Don, he's going to take care of you, your family, and look out for you. So start the process today by going to thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
One more time.
Is that a gun? Is that what I was doing?
Yeah, but I think that it could be an 808 in a rap song. All right. Someone work on that, please, while I do this. 24 years ago, 2001, one of the gentlemen in this song right here.
Regulators.
That is the song. Now, 2 extra points.
Warren G. Nate Dogg.
Nate Dogg is correct. 2 points to Sean. And it was 24 years ago, 2001. Nate Dogg.
Arrested?
3 years probation, as a matter of fact. And a $1,000 fine for allegedly kidnapping his ex-girlfriend. I didn't realize you couldn't do that in 2001.
I realize anybody would want to do that.
Held her at gunpoint. Tell me about it. And, this one's weird. Set her mother's car on fire.
Yikes.
He got off easy, though, because his ex refused to cooperate with prosecutors. That sounds familiar. And they all got Nate on a charge of possession of an unmarked gun.
She refuses to cooperate with prosecutors, and Nate Dogg's like, you see what I mean?
Unrelated, she is driving a brand new Escalade, but Escalade?
Sure, that's a thing.
Escalade, yeah.
All right, cute. Things escalated when it came to this fella right here.
Lil Nas X.
Saw this on Instagram from one of my favorite accounts, the Neighborhood All.
Neighborhood All?
The Neighborhood All. Tall?
Okay.
Talk, excuse me. Neighborhood Talk. It got cut off here. Now it makes sense. But their headline was, Prayers Up, because Lil Nas X reportedly hospitalized for a possible overdose after roaming Los Angeles in his underwear. I just sent it to the group chat, and I guess 4 a.m. was the big red flag for it, because I think anything before 12 a.m., you're good in L.A., underwear-wise. It's very sad, says Neighborhood Talk. For the last 2 days, fans have been expressing their concern for Lil Nas X after he made a slew of unusual posts. And you can see it in the slideshow there that I just sent you.
Okay, yeah, I see here.
Some of them leaking full versions of his own unreleased songs. It's now being reported that he is in the hospital.
Can I play this audio or no?
I don't think you should.
Okay. I thought immediately, my gut reaction was that this was like some fake publicity stunt.
Like a little promo thing. I thought the same. But then I started seeing all of his posts. I'm like, I'm getting a Kanye off his meds vibe.
Well, I mean, because they said he actually got arrested, I go, okay, if he really got arrested, but his audio
Some people
was
are willing
perfect.
to go the extra mile for that promo.
He's just in his tighty whities or whitey tighties, however you say.
Also, he is fit.
He's just with his underwear on the streets, but you could hear him so perfectly. I said, it sounds like he's mic'd up or something here.
Right there in the underoos. At one point, he put an orange traffic cone on his head. Police confronted him just before 6 a.m. He reportedly attacked them. So he was arrested for battery of a peace officer. Before booking him, cops took him to a hospital for treatment of what they said was a possible overdose. I mean, he is walking perfectly fine, so I don't understand the definition of overdose in 2025.
Oh, God. That's not like a stunt. That's pretty funny. That's like the famous Cops clip where the guy grabbed the road cone. He put the road cone on his head.
Was that Cops or was that Reno 911?
It might have been, I think it might have been a fake thing, yeah, where the guy's like, hey, I'm not drunk, or like yells into the cone.
I love Nick.
Man, well, look, if he's actually having a breakdown, I feel terrible for him. But
he also has an album coming out, so I guess we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
if an album, this could be the cover without the TMZ watermark on it. This album, Lala's.
There may or may not be a hero to save Cracker Barrel.
What? This is a huge issue.
Yeah, according to the internets, there is apparently only one person who can save Cracker Barrel, and it's this gal. Wait for it.
Sydney Sweeney.
In recent days, of course, suggestions have puckered up, as they put it. And Sweeney would be a brand ambassador for the home cooking restaurant chain that has gone viral as of late. They redesigned. The company lost almost $100 million in value following the stock plunge. It's all based on the redesign of the logo, with no words from the actual company.
No.
And now the internet's like, there's only one person on the planet that can save Cracker Barrel, and that is Sydney Sweeney with her great genes. Our values haven't changed, and the heart and soul of Cracker Barrel haven't changed, said the company after the backlash. And
I think the internet might be dumb. I've come to the conclusion. I think the internet might be.
But
there's
boy,
a
are we
problem.
distracted as well.
Yeah,
from all the other crazy stuff that's
whenever
happening.
I see it, I go, wow, what? Oh, okay, all right. Now, has she expressed any interest? Is she a fan of Cracker Barrel?
Yeah, she has said nothing at all.
Okay.
All she said is that when I was wearing my blue jeans, that's all I did and said. And the camera's up here.
What do they call that again? What's the voice that the
cursive? Cursive?
No, like like when your voice kind of like cracks a little bit.
You're talking about the thing that Paris Hilton does?
Yes, yeah.
It's a vocal fry.
Vocal fry. Yeah, she's got that vocal fry a little bit too.
And if anyone's frying records, that's Happy Gilmore too.
Yeah.
According to reports. Why now? I do not know. No one's talking about Happy Gilmore 2 anymore. But they really scored a hole-in-one. Happy Gilmore. The Adam Sandler Lego sequel is what they're calling it.
Oh, okay. I've never heard of that before. That's interesting.
I've literally told you that on this show.
I don't listen to you much. I have turned off your microphone in my headphones.
Got it.
Gentlemen, the Lego sequel, I can't say it though. Lego sequel? Lego sequel. Can't stop setting course records. In July, the golf comedy nabbed the trophy for Netflix's biggest U.S. opening weekend ever, 46.7 million views over 3 days. But that's child's play at this point, because they're saying now, Happy Gilmore 2, HG2, Lego sequel, has officially set the record for largest single-week viewership since Nielsen's streaming top 10 was first introduced.
Really?
The comedy received 2.9 billion views.
Did you watch it? Did you ever go watch the new Happy Gilmore?
I did watch it.
What'd you think?
Hot take. Didn't care for it.
No, you didn't like it? Wow.
I thought it was a lot of product placement and a lot of, this is a famous person that can't act. Here we go.
Thoughts on Eminem's acting?
I thought it was okay.
Yeah,
I like
that was the
Eminem
one.
when he acts.
My whole thing was...
Bad Bunny was my favorite.
He was fine in 8 Mile. Bad Bunny was actually good at it, I thought. Like, Eminem was like, what's that, Happy Gilmore? I'm just doing a wacky scene over here. It was like, whoa.
See, everybody was talking about cameos. I felt like Bad Bunny was an actor that played a role in this. Like, I didn't feel like that was a cameo. He had way too much screen time.
Way too much.
It was good.
We'll see what happens. Happy Gilmore 3.
I only heard some of that, C-Lane, because it was you, but what I did hear, I mildly agreed with.
But the term that I just introduced to the entire show, of course, for the first time ever. Like a sequel.
It's a clever one.
Here's a new one for you that I am now introducing to everybody for the first time. New dating term. It's called Shrekking.
Shrekking?
Yep.
You eat onions or something?
That's when you put your lover in a swamp and make waffles for them in the morning.
That's kind of nice sounding.
Experts say it needs to be sent back to far, far away.
Am I right?
Stupid. Great job, Yahoo.com. It involves dating someone you're not attracted to in the hopes that this person will treat you better in return.
Wait, say that again? One more time.
I thought it was going to be like going hogging or something.
Shrekking. Are you ready? Okay. Shrekking is dating someone you are not attracted to in the hopes that this person will treat you better in return, which is very sad.
Okay. So
will treat you better than the last person, or they'll treat you better knowing that you've slumped?
They're going to appreciate you more because you're aiming down, I think.
Here's the thing. The term has been created because people are getting shreked.
Wait, hold on. And who's the Shrek in the Shrek situation? Does that make any sense? Like, Shrek is not any hotter or less hot than Fiona.
No, but Shrek treated Princess Fiona better than Lord Farquaad or whatever.
Okay.
So Princess Fiona took a chance on Shrek, and that turned out great for her.
I see.
She did also turn into an ogre after that, spoiler alert. But when you get Shrek'd, it means the person you lowered your standards for still ended up hurting you. So there's that. Happy waffles in the morning. And if you're in the swamp, obviously there's mosquitoes, right, guys?
Sure.
And I've been trying for a couple days now to give you this, but it's a not-so-recent study that has now gone viral again. And according to reports, this song right here... Yes! Oh my God! Scary monsters and night.
Oh yeah, sprites or something.
Nice sprites. Reduces mosquito bites.
Is it worth it though?
No, not at all. Bite me. Have a great weekend, my friends. Follow your dreams and me on Instagram at Sabrina Amber. Don't get Shrek'd and don't get bitten by mosquitoes. But most importantly, stay with me, America.
Smoke weed every day. Makes me think, am I the one getting Shrek'd? If we're all in relationships.
You're getting Shrek'd.
Is somebody always getting Shrek'd and somebody is doing the Shrekking? Because if that's the case, I'm getting Shrek'd.
You don't think Courtney's attracted to you?
I think that she would probably be like she could do better.
Courtney speaks very highly of you and her attraction to you.
But I think that it's because I'm drugging her. That's reason number one, really.
I drug somebody.
You do?
I mean, it wasn't the term back in the day. This was many years ago.
You just said, this person I'm not attracted to, but I'm going to go out with them because they're going to treat me right?
Yeah. And I can actually go out in public with them because the person I did it prior to that, I could not. Does that make sense?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, I'm trying to put people into those slots that you've just opened up. But
in my current situation, I am Shrek in the sense of attractiveness.
Mm-hmm.
Because my lady's hot.
It's okay to be Shrek sometimes. It's good to be Shrek, right?
I'm strong. I don't like onions all that much, but...
Me either. I mean, I could do with that. But Sean getting Shrek'd so hard. You don't have to put so many O's in the so. The more you do that, the more it hurts. But maybe that's the implication. All right, when we come back, can't think of anything exciting to do, really. I don't know.
It's a new bit.
Probably...
You're not even going to hear it.
We'll do... You know what? When we come back, we will, for the first time ever, do Miss Mary Mac in its entirety.
All
on
dressed in
the
black?
radio. Yeah. Mary Mac. We will do that. We'll nail it. Or we'll do This Week in Florida. This Week in Florida, everybody. Yeah,
so
the
it's a
kids
choose
are
your own
excited.
adventure.
We'll see. We'll let the people decide. During the break, if you say Miss Mary Mac more than you say This Week in Florida, that decides the next segment. And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
The NFL preseason concludes when the Tampa Bay Bucks host the Buffalo Bills this Saturday. Coverage starts at 6:30 p.m. on Real Radio 104.1 and the free iHeartRadio app. Presented by Renewal by Anderson, official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Right shoulder's blocked on I-4 westbound approaching Orange Blossom Trail. There's a disabled truck off to the shoulder on I-4 eastbound past that World Drive exit. On the Greenway southbound at Lee Vista Boulevard, emergency crews are clearing up an accident there. The right shoulder is blocked. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Stand Up to Cancer.
Joe Buck and John Smoltz welcoming you back to the City Center Convenience Mart. Uh-oh. She's looking at the cigarettes, but she just grabs the gum off the counter. Stand Up to Cancer and Rally want you to reduce your risk for cancer. Go to takeahealthystand.org.
One of my favorite things about that mortgage guy, Don, from thatmortgageguyDon.com, is the fact that he is part of the Real Radio family. That's right. That means he's taking care of you and your family. A stand-up guy who's looking out for you. And when you're making big life decisions like refinancing, buying your first dream home, debt consolidation, starting a business, or expanding your business, you got to work with someone who's got your back. And that's...
Hey!
So, work with an expert and a friend that you can trust.
Time to go on the hunt.
Mortgage guy, Don.
Dum, 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 dum. Okay, the good news and the bad news. The good news is I still think the lizard is alive. The bad news is he is nowhere to be seen, so he is like deep in the machinery of the studio. And Gator is on his own quest right now. Does he come out of it alive? I don't know. There's only one way to find out. We wait. 4 minutes and we're back live on the show.
Next time, go to RC Hill Mitsubishi. Right, RC? That's right. It's a crime to pay more than a dime. One dime down. But I still owe thousands on my trade. It's okay. We accept any trade, even if you still...
About to cross over to 115,000 followers on Facebook. Thank you for your service. 16 more people to 115,000 followers on Facebook. 3 minutes. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. Somebody says, criminal control is an economic choice. The discussion of crime in cities has largely been a question of whose failure is it. If you truly want less crime, you need more police, more equipment, and more facilities to lock them up. So where will the money come from in implementing this? They could raise property taxes, or like in West Palm Beach with the fire department, just add a $100 fee every year. What politician wants to propose that? Not many, I would assume. So it really boils down to economics, I'm thinking. There are so many people who I think are very detached from like how people actually feel. Mike, if you went around to my entire neighborhood, or your entire neighborhood, or your entire neighborhood, or your entire neighborhood, or Gator's entire neighborhood, and you said, hey, again, I would argue they have plenty of our money to begin with. Instead of just more money and more cops, maybe they could just be more efficient and do their actual jobs. But I digress. If you went around the community and said, for this much more, for 1% more on this tax for you every year, we can guarantee that we will get rid of violent crime in your neighborhood. We can guarantee that we'll round up all the bad forces that are causing negative issues. Everybody would pay for that. Literally everybody thinks that that is a good use of taxpayer dollars. What they don't think is a good use of taxpayer dollars is all the other shit. Trust me. Source, trust me. 90 seconds and we're coming back for This Week in Florida. And that's why I'm saying this stuff is popular. It's just like everybody would support more enforcement of current laws, fixing criminality in their neighborhood. Everybody wants that. The only people who say they don't want that are some kind of weird utopian retards who are like, actually, crime gives the some personality to the neighborhood. Kiss my ass.
Prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. Stroke risk may increase. Eliquis can cause serious and potentially fatal bleeding. Don't take if you have.
All right, we're coming back for This Week in Florida. Gator, get ready.
A spinal infection increases blood clot risk, which may cause paralysis. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding or bruising, or back pain, tingling, numbness, muscle weakness, or incontinence. Aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs.
Here we go.
Tell your doctor about planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS. GMC Sierra Trucks.
Thinners increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
GMC Sierra trucks in stock now at OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Got questions after an accident? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free, new and improved iHeart Radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Now, your chance at $1,000 and a trip to our iHeart Radio Music Festival. Text the nationwide keyword WIN to 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and info. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's WIN to 200-200.
Hear it here first. Then everyone else will catch up in a week or 2 or 4. You're listening.
C-Lane will give Florida a report card for the week. Just how embarrassing have things been in the Sunshine State. Maybe great. Maybe all positive stuff for Florida. Who knows? That's coming up in a moment. This week in Florida with C-Lane. Each Friday we go on that journey. Each weekend we take you along on that ride, and today is no different. So now we ask him if he's ready to go. C-Lane, are you ready to go?
I'm ready.
Hooray.
Here we go. Let's do This Week in Florida.
Giving you a recap of the most groan-worthy stories in the state. It's This Week in Florida.
That's right. The weekend is here. It's time to take a trip around the Sunshine State and see some of the craziness that has gone on in the past 7 days or so. And we start with bad news for me. Just not good news for old C-Lane here. Recent study from Wallet Hub, which I don't know what they actually do.
Well, they're a hub of wallets. It's right in the title.
Yeah, what does that even mean? You would think it would be some sort of Bitcoin thing or something else, but all they seem to do is make surveys for TV and radio stations.
I guess credit scores and credit cards.
Bunny Ranch of wallets.
Kind of, yeah. They do a lot of those stories that get attention out there.
But a recent Wallet Hub study ranks Florida as the 8th worst state in the U.S. for doing what? Why is this? Why does this apply to me?
Buying a house.
Nope.
No.
Something else I've done, though.
Flying a drone.
No.
Putting in a pool.
No. Having
a truck.
Baby.
A baby.
They say the study assessed all 50 states and the District of Columbia using 31 key measures, such as cost, healthcare access, and baby and family friendliness. Florida ranked notably low in cost and healthcare, 48th and 47th, respectively. The cost of having a baby has become increasingly burdensome in 2025, with inflation driving up expenses. Medical bills are part of it. The average conventional delivery, which we had in the U.S., costing over $2,600 with insurance and nearly $15,000 without insurance.
Damn,
that's expensive.
Pricey. Yeah.
Although Florida ranked low in cost and healthcare, it performed somewhat better in baby and family friendliness, placing 23rd and 33rd, respectively. These rankings indicate that although certain elements of living in Florida might support raising a child, the financial and healthcare difficulties remain considerable. I didn't look at the full list, so I don't know who's up top and who's on the bottom. But 8th worst for having a baby, according to Wallet Hub.
Congrats, parents.
That ain't great.
We talked this week about the fisherman that was taking a little picture with a shark, ended up getting a bunch of his leg chomped off. That was Sean Muse, Meuse, Muse, something like that. He was on a birthday fishing trip with his friends at Cayo Costa, an island near Boca Grande, Florida, when he decided to pose with this lemon shark. And, of course, we watched the video here of the shark just flipping around and catching him right in the foot.
Such a big chunk.
Yeah, not very fun. He was. They caught up with him in the hospital because he had to have some surgery. You know, he had a little issue there with the foot.
Oh my God! Like, no, it's not his foot; it's right below his knee.
Oh yeah.
But then, there was a side profile view of that, and it looked like a cartoon because you could see the actual shark bite.
He told CBS affiliate WINK, who caught up with him at the hospital, we just finished taking the hook out of his mouth, we were going to release him, and the shark just turned and bit me. He says he was not the one that caught the lemon shark, and he's saying that because he does not have a shark fishing license.
Oh.
You need a special one?
Maybe he didn't have a fishing license at all. I just know that there was a license issue there. But 2 days after the dangerous incident, Muse or whatever told Wink News that he'd go back to the beach that same day if he could leave the hospital. And he also had a message for the shark that bit him. See you next time.
Yeah, right, buddy.
Gonna see the shark again, bud?
The shark won this round, Musey, all right? Like
you may have won the battle, but you haven't won the war.
And I don't think anybody that I've heard from has gone like, oh, man, I feel like you were grabbing a shark. You were posing with it on the beach. It bit you. That's just part of the game. The shark won that round.
In an audio recording of the 911 call placed after the incident, another man can be heard saying that Muse was awake and had a tourniquet around his leg to stop the bleeding. It was, super dark at that beach. It was 10:55 p.m. when the fire department responded to the call about the shark bite and found the group of men at the south end of the island. Probably didn't show them the video immediately, did they? It's not something you. I don't even know. Would you release it if it were you?
If it was me,
yeah,
I would release it.
Yeah, I would probably release it just because why not? But
and everything was going fine until his friend touched the tail. So
yeah,
lesson for later.
I mean, also,
but he's getting blowback anyway. The FAFO kind of deal and messing with nature.
You're just never going to find me in that predicament. Like, I know better than to mess with a shark.
I could barely get you on a beach, let alone messing with a shark.
If I'm on the beach, I'm going to be given respect to all the animals that I think are going to be dangerous to me.
Speaking of wildlife, the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission, or FWC, is asking the public to report sightings of the elusive rainbow snake.
Ooh.
A non-venomous species.
A snake.
Whose population has declined over recent decades. They say here in the report they want to find the rainbow snakes and paint them black and white overnight.
They are kind of beautiful, honestly. I don't know if I'd call it a rainbow snake, just looking at it,
right?
Because it doesn't have like, all the colors.
Snake.
You know what? You know what it looks like to me. Did you ever have one of those wooden snakes that was cut in such a way that it kind of?
It was like a 3D print before the 3D.
Yes, very much so, and it slithered around. The one that I had was painted in this way. Like this looks
cool.
Yeah, it's a cool looking snake. They are known for their striking iridescent black or violet blue bodies with red stripes and are semi-aquatic reptiles that primarily feed on American eels. The decline in eel population.
What?
That's very random.
Yeah. Also, I want to see video of the snake eating the eel.
Where are they getting these eels from?
Oh, they said American eagle.
No, American eagle.
Oh,
that would
I was
be,
like,
if it were an American
taken
eagle.
Aback by just
the
that
rainbow snakes
bird.
are eating the eagles?
Just like the humans.
This cannot be.
There's like a real dichotomy in America if we got the rainbow snakes versus the eagles playing out.
I want to see what a snake eating an eel looks like. But the decline in eel population has contributed to the reduction of rainbow snake numbers in Florida. So they're just looking for people. If you see the rainbow snake out there, call FWC. Give them a heads up. They're looking to help the rainbow snake out a little bit. Down to Miami. It's happening again, folks. In February, it's going down, and they say there's no need to pack your bags for this new cruise. It's not a new cruise, but the cruise that's about to set sail. The Bare Necessities Tour and Travel has teamed up with Norwegian Cruises for the Big Nude Boat, set to set sail in February 2026.
No limits?
No, I think there were limits, like you couldn't be naked in the cafeteria or something. They didn't want you to be naked around the food.
Am I in the minority here? I don't want to be on a boat with naked people all the time.
Same, dog.
I don't think that's a minority thing. I think that's a...
I will say, if I remember correctly, and... sorry if I'm wrong, but the
Victory Casino?
No, not Victory Casino. Come on, the one that I went on with Richard Branson.
Virgin
had a top floor where you can take your top off.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I mean, I can see that. Like, I can see people wanting to engage in that, and I don't think it has to be like weird or sexual or anything. But just a whole cruise where the entire thing is naked, I don't know about that.
Well, the CEO of Bare Necessities said they're pleased to confirm its full ship charter agreement with Norwegian for the annual Big Nude Boat 2026. While you can let it all hang out while docked in port, there are rules for the 11-day nude cruise. 11 days is a long cruise.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially a long time to just be naked all the time. You can't show your assets to diners at the poolside buffet, to other ship goers from your balcony, or to port authorities inspecting the ship. Also, no genital jewelry, fetish wear, or bare bottoms on surfaces. Use a towel as a buffer. The ship returns to Miami from visits to the Bahamas, Jamaica, and Aruba.
I can't show you this, but I was looking at the Big Nude Boat and their website, and it shows them playing like in the casino. They're naked. They're playing.
And the people are just naked on the website there.
Yeah.
Wow. I can't believe you could get to that in Florida. You got there without the VPN and everything.
Yeah, it's something.
Listen,
I mean, they're.
Now I want to see.
Hold on, I'll give you guys a link. You got to scroll down a bit.
Because, but yeah, it's funny.
They show them like bowling and everything. It's so ridiculous. Just for the record, I'll send it to you guys. There you go.
Well, if that's your thing, being naked on a boat all the time, you can book your voyage at cruisebear.com. A man's repeated calls to police has led to a drug conviction, and you got to bring up this story here to see the picture of this guy in court. Because as soon as I saw it, I thought, this is an old Will Ferrell character from Saturday Night Live. Like, it looks like Will Ferrell playing the Cubs announcer, Harry Carey.
Yeah.
Hi, what's your favorite planet? But in Citrus County, a 79-year-old Homosassa man's persistent calls to law enforcement resulted in his conviction and 5-year prison sentence for drug possession. You're going to give it almost 80-year-old man 5 years in prison?
Come on, man.
On Friday, August 15th, Citrus County jury deliberated for just 20 minutes before finding George Seeley Crandall III. That's George Seeley, S-W-L-Y, Crandall, 2 L's, guilty of possession of methamphetamine and possession of paraphernalia. The bizarre sequence of events began last November when the Citrus County Sheriff's Office received multiple calls from Crandall. He claimed there were 7 people, along with 2 dogs and a cat, taking his possessions inside his mobile home. This is the man there in question.
Yeah, this guy was like a piece of work.
It's like the king of planets, you know?
Big old dang old man.
Is that because he can't hear well? He's got these big, like, headphone things on?
Translator.
I think, I think it's, what you're saying is some weird, like, old version.
I've literally never seen this before. It looks like Imus's headphones. It looks like these really weird stethoscope type headphones that the guy is wearing in the courtroom on the stand.
He was kept calling the cops, saying people were taking his possessions inside his mobile home. 7 people, 2 dogs and a cat. Deputies responded twice, never found anybody inside the residence, but he was advised to secure his doors. He called an hour later, this time requesting a supervisor. And during the walkthrough, when you call the cops and saying there's people inside stealing your stuff, they're going to want to see your house. And during the walkthrough, they spotted a small red bag containing a white rock-like substance on the bedroom floor.
Oh.
Crandall attempted to pick up and hide the bag, but was ordered to hand it over. They also found 2 plastic straws with residue. Wait, was the plastic straw the paraphernalia?
It might have been.
Oh, they'll do that sometimes.
Is this like as soon as you touch something to the drugs, it's paraphernalia?
Even if it's next to something.
Field tests confirmed the substance was methamphetamine.
Oh.
And his prior criminal history, which is not listed here, I guess contributed to him being sentenced to 5 years in state prison. That seems like a lot for a tiny little bag of meth, but apparently he has a record. In Wakulla County, a 71-year-old woman is behind bars and facing numerous charges after she allegedly kidnapped a family and held them at gunpoint. Helen Litchfield is charged with 3 counts of kidnapping, 3 of aggravated assault, and 1 of armed burglary. Authorities say a father and his 2 daughters, both under age 13, were fishing off of a bridge when Litchfield allegedly lured them back to her home by telling them they couldn't fish in her pond. But once they arrived, she said investigators say she held the family at gunpoint, claiming she didn't believe the girls were really the man's daughters.
Oh.
What?
I ain't moving till you have a DNA test.
That's weird.
While the family insisted they were indeed related, Litchfield did not believe them. She allegedly searched their car while still holding them at gunpoint. This seems like there was a couple opportunities to part her with this gun. Mm-hmm. They say the incident ended after Litchfield's roommate helped guide the family to a fence while the suspect was distracted. The father and daughters then ran away. Litchfield was later arrested. Florida's making some records, guys. You know, they're hitting the books. because Tuesday evening, the state completed its record 10th execution this year.
Okay.
Cale Bates, 67, was pronounced dead at 6:17 p.m. following the 3-drug injection at Florida State Prison near Stark under a death warrant signed by Governor Ron DeSantis. It extended Florida's record for total executions in a single year, and 2 more are planned in the state within the next month.
We're number 1.
Amateur numbers, really, truly.
The murderer, the dead murderer, he declined a last meal or a statement, just kind of sat there.
That's how you want to go out?
And died. The Florida government has an answer about how we're going to keep kids safe from school shootings, and that is drones that are armed. Are going to fly around. They can.
What could go wrong?
They could be
Star Wars.
They could be. They could be dispatched in a matter of minutes. They're armed with pepper rounds, and they're just going to ram people that are doing the bad stuff. And the pilot is being funded by.
So you're going to ignore. You're going to annoy the school shooter. So he. Well, let's just be real. So he probably kills some more people.
Yeah, and they're going to shoot him with pepper rounds.
He could also shoot the drone down first.
I'm
not here to advise anybody.
If he's a good shot, then you're absolutely right. Or a baseball bat or something. The pilot program is being funded by just a little over $500,000 in state money as part of the budget. Let's see. Firefighters in Flagler Beach rescue a coyote. They thought it was a dog stuck in a storm drain. They got down in there, 30 feet inside the pipe. It was actually a coyote.
Oh.
And last but not least, in This Week in Florida, a man is wanted for felony assault. He was upset at a noise a landscaper's lawnmower was making, so the man retrieved a dagger from his car and threatened the worker with a weapon. According to cops who say the accused was wearing a full jester costume during the incident and arrest, which honestly, if somebody was threatening me with a knife, it would be even creepier if they were doing it in a full jester costume. That's it for This Week in Florida.
Thank you, C-Lane. When we come back, we've got a lot to get to still before the weekend is fully upon us. And we're going to talk a bit about Hulk Hogan, some updates there, and a lot of speculation building around that. You have somebody who is in Canada, and they've been arrested. They're in big trouble. Why? We got another person attacked in public. We got a lot to get to. Plus, Disney has a huge question that they want to ask you. What is it? That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
You know you can always text us, unless you're driving, at 770.
It is pouring outside. There's your weather forecast. It's pouring.
Emergency crews are off to the right shoulder, cleared up crash on I-4 westbound at Orange Blossom Trail. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the traffic center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Fair Winds Credit Union. Financial freedom happens here. Fair Winds Credit Union. Whether you need personal or business accounts to help you reach your goals, they've got you covered. Visit fairwinds.org to join your community of financial freedom seekers today. Financial freedom happens here. Federally insured by NCUA.
Guys, take some time this weekend to
Yo.
treat yourself to Hammer and Nails Grooming for Guys.
Pouring out there. Can I tell you something?
I can tell you from experience that is 100% what you get. It is more than just a haircut.
I'm going to be real with you.
It is premium grooming services in a space built for
Since I was,
fumes from the pedicure stuff.
let's say,
Expert care, craft cocktails,
16 years old, younger than that even, since I was a teenager, I have been somebody very focused on the internet, very focused on the online world. I have worked for some of the more controversial websites over the years. I have been a person deeply entwined in the underbelly of the internet, making videos go viral that feature all sorts of very hard to watch, shocking things. I have seen some things, my friend. But there is a video going viral this week on the underbelly of the internet that is the most vile, the most shocking, the most insane, unhinged thing I have ever seen in my life. It is something. It is something. I worked with Celeb Jihad, says Dan. Working in these areas, you see all of these sort of wild gore videos. None of them have anything on this. None of them. The one that's going around now is a lot. I will tell you what the video is being called. The Vietnamese Butcher. Do not look this up. Do not make it part of your weekend to find this. Do not seek out this content. If you see somebody go, hey, check out the Vietnamese Butcher, do not click. Run away. Unplug the internet. Go spend the day doing something else. I'll give you the smallest, less graphic Cliff's Notes version of this that I possibly can. The video starts off with a nearly naked man, or maybe fully naked. And another man is over his throat with his hand, like making motions like he's practicing doing something with this guy's neck, right? And then the video cuts to this man pleasuring himself. Okay? He's nude, he's pleasuring himself. And right at that moment, that very moment that he crosses the finish line, his partner, who he just hugged in the test run, his partner swiftly, right as he hits the top of the mountain peak, his partner completely cuts off his head. I don't know if that's a good way to go out or a bad way to go out or a... And then from there, the video continues where other things happen. But I mean, just to know that that's going on out there in the world. Now you know. And it's real. It's real, I assure you. The king to end all kings. True.
$20129 in new impact windows for Maurice Windows. Pick up your phone and text the word WOW to 20129. That's WOW to 20129.
Injured? Hire America's largest injury firm, Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Now, your chance at $1,000 and a trip to our iHeart Radio Music Festival. Text the nationwide keyword WIN to 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and info. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's WIN to 200-200.
Occupying the space between high society and prison tattoos. This is the News Junkie.
They need your help because they've been losing billions and billions of dollars. So if you could just offer up that information free of charge, please. They would like that. We'll get to you, your feedback, your dispatches, your emails to tips@thenewsjunkie.com, and we'll work those into the show here in just a moment. I was telling a little bit during the break to the Skull Mike folks before we get to this story about Disney flailing and some issues that they're having. And I said, look, if you're new to the show, you probably haven't heard me tell stories over the years. but I have been very, very closely tied with sort of the underbelly of the internet since my early days. I have been in internet content and in the world of content since I was like a teenager. I have worked for some of the more shocking websites that ever existed on the internet.
This guy dreams in HTML.
Yeah. I mean, I was there. I saw the video. You know, the one that you were like, "Hey, did you see that video?" I was there, and I helped make that video go viral in so many cases. Ogreish, that was part of that whole team. Live Leak afterwards. All of these different websites, I was there, right? And I only say that as my bona fides to tell you that I have seen some things. I am that internet GIF or reaction photo of the guy with the helmet on who's kind of shell-shocked. I've seen all the things. And this week, a new internet video has stepped up to take the cake, to just take the cake. And I'd only want to tell you the name of it so that if you see any links or if you see anybody talking about it, you make sure you don't click it.
Okay, so you're saying of all the things that you've seen in all these years, this is
number one. Number one on the list of the most unhinged, insane. Oh my God, how is this real? I can't believe that is a thing.
Because you've shared in the past and not on air, but at least between Zealand and I, some really intense, we'll call it, videos.
I've seen things. Yeah.
This is worse.
Yes.
Oh,
this is a video.
dude.
I just want to tell you, so if you or your grandma see it online, you don't click it.
My grandmas are dead.
That's all I want to tell you.
Same.
The Vietnamese Butcher. The Vietnamese Butcher is the name of the video. And it's the most unhinged, real, insane. It's like scarier than any movie you've ever seen in your life. It's a guy who's in love with another guy. That's
Say
not
no
the scary
more.
part.
Disgusting. Horrendous.
And one guy in the start of the video, I'll be quick here. I won't make this too bad. One guy in the beginning of the video is on the ground laying down, and he reaches up and he hugs and caresses and kisses the other guy, right? And they're in love. And then the video cuts forward, and the guy who is on the ground is naked and, you know, treating himself, right? He's pleasuring himself. And the moment that he achieves the
completion,
goal, the other guy, head right off. Just completely.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and it's a real video. And
worst finish ever.
All agreed upon, apparently. Apparently, like, this was the thing that they wanted to do, that they were into. There's a story out there in Vice about this week, and it says
I think it's a one time you can do it. Correct me if I'm wrong.
It is. It's a one and out. Yeah. There's a story from Vice called "A Vietnamese Murder Has Given the World Its First Real Snuff Movie." And it just reminds you, like, I don't know. I think all these countries that are doing big internet crackdowns are doing some bad stuff. I think the UK making it so almost everybody has to show their driver's license if they get their way to go online. I think the UK talking about banning VPNs.
This all makes sense. But,
crazy.
The fact that I can't watch your standard, no one gets their head cut off kind of snuff film versus this is okay to have there on the internet. I feel like maybe we should all figure this out.
I'm saying that it seems like some things should be blocked.
Yeah, no, that's a good idea.
Yeah. If they want to block this particular video, it would seem to be a very good idea for all involved. But let's go to something completely different.
God,
totally
man,
different.
going out just self-pleasuring is something.
Isn't it? I can't even imagine. But like, you're right there. You're like, up here we go. And then bam, you're capitated, you know, the whole thing right off. Don't click it, folks. I only say this as a warning to you. That is the only reason I bring this up. It's literally a thing going around on the internet, and I don't want you to have to
was
be
it
saddled
sexy?
with that. Well, I didn't find it sexy. I found it to be quite disturbing. I did. Disney needs your help. Disney is not trying to watch this video.
The opposite.
This is different. This is very, very different. Disney is saying they are in trouble. They're finally admitting it.
Okay.
Disney is saying we are in trouble. We've had some flops on our hands. We came up with some stupid ideas. We did the Lightyear movie. Nobody liked that. And after this string of all of these Pixar hits, it seemed like we were just churning out a bunch of nonsense that people didn't want to see anymore. Brought out the blind kid in space movie, and that one didn't do too well recently. Everything's about some kid, and the kid has to have like some problem, and that's the same thing that Pixar does over and over and over and over again. And Disney has failed too in a lot of their stuff. Now, Variety says Disney's Boy Trouble. The studio, according to this article I'm looking at here, seeks original ideas to win back Gen Z men amid Marvel and Lucasfilm struggles. This is a real article, and they're saying that Disney is like, hey, will you help us? What can we do to save our company and get movies with Gen Z people back in the seats watching this stuff?
But Gen Z men in particular?
Yeah, Gen Z men in particular. So guys aged 13 to 28 right now. Leadership at Walt Disney Studios has been pressing Hollywood creatives in recent months. Multiple sources tell Variety for movies that will bring young men back to the brand in a meaningful way. Young men is defined here by sources ages 13 to 28, a.k.a. Gen Z. So, they're trying to bring these folks in. They said Marvel and Lucasfilm just isn't doing it anymore, and they want to figure out how they can get their asses back into the seats. They said they're trying to get movies like Sonic the Hedgehog, A Quiet Place, or Smile that bring in the younger crowd once again.
I will tell you exactly what to do. I'm a Gen Zer.
Oh, what is it that would get you to buy a ticket to a movie these days?
It's 5 letters. I'll start off B-O-O-B.
Yeah.
S.
Oh, teenage boys do tend to like those.
We love boobs. And that's all you need. I mean, you can put whatever logo you want, and they can drink a Pepsi or a Coke, but I want to see some more boobs.
To be clear, if they put the Vietnamese butcher thing I was talking about in theaters, would that be for you or no?
If his head is cut off with boob, yeah.
All right, boob. More boobs.
More boobs. More boobs. More boobs.
I guess the stuff that they're putting out isn't working so far.
C-Lane, thoughts on boobs? Or
I love them. Good, big fan. Big fan.
He's not Gen Z. We're not really interested.
Right.
Yeah, sorry about
that. I'm going to go play Nintendo.
All right, don't watch that movie I told you about.
Don't watch that like 5 times.
No, please stop.
No,
Do
it's
not watch
hot.
It. No, it's not.
I'm
Don't
not
tell
gay,
people
though.
that. Quick break. When we come back, we'll feature you on this show. All you have to do is go to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on your video or audio dispatch right now. When we return, we'll do jury duty. We got an update about the alligator Alcatraz thing. In fact, there's some talk that they might be shutting this down, or there's some big movement on the alligator Alcatraz front that we have to tell you about. Also, a CEO attacked by an Uber driver. What's going down? That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is
Monsters in the morning.
When she's got her face head deep in your chi-chis. Damn, that was good.
The Monsters in the morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
This is Chris Broussard. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by DraftKings.
The Jaguars held out two-way star Travis Hunter in yesterday's joint practice with the Dolphins due to an upper body injury. He'll miss tomorrow's preseason finale against the Dolphins. Florida football just 8 days away from their season opener. The Gators will host Long Island University next Saturday. Joe Boyle gave up 5 runs over 4 innings. The Rays fell to the Cardinals in their home series opener. Tampa's lost 4 straight. I'm Seth Everett.
DraftKings is all about responsible gaming. It's more fun when it's for fun. So play responsibly. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 or older. Age and eligibility vary by jurisdiction.
And we're back talking all things connectivity with Spectrum customers Kev and Melissa. So tell us.
Jury duty coming up next, Gator. You hear that, Gator? Gator loves jury duty. Such a big fan. Such a big fan. What do you think Gen Z needs from Disney to come back to the theater? I think people are bored of the same thing over and over. All those Pixar films, they got the bean mouths. They all look exactly the same. It's the same little journey. Some of them that don't do well are still, like the movie Luca came out during the pandemic, as I recall. Didn't do shockingly well, but I actually think, all in all, it was a pretty good little movie. I think people just kind of burned out on those type of films. Right now, people seem to be into like thrillers and horror movies. Weapons is doing very, very well on a small budget. Those are the movies that seem to be, helping people out. Oh, thank you, Ryan. Bingo. Thank you, Ryan. I was literally just thinking about that. Thank you. Sean, please tell us another radio story when you called yourself Clitty Clitty Bang Bang. Hello? What are you doing?
I see my prep.
Is this your bolognese? How come I can't see it? This looks like somebody who has OCD issues. That looks like. You perfectly put it into all these little containers.
Yeah, this makes it easy.
It smells good. I can smell it.
Pancetta.
Is that for dinner?
It's for like the next 2 weeks.
We're gonna eat that for 2 weeks?
I'm gonna freeze some. Yeah, it can be for dinner.
Oh, I'm excited about that. All right, that sounds good. What kind of noodles do we have?
I got
We're gonna pick some noodles. Buckle up, folks. We're picking noodles. 2 minutes and we're coming back live. What's this? Rayo's Casarecha? Casaresa? This is the ones we're having? These are good. Thank you. She left. She should do a cooking podcast. She just wants to cook, make some delicious food without a podcast. I remember Spike TV had a boobs or butt segment with a narrator that sounded like Sabrina. What? 90 seconds. Our friend Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm is joining us momentarily. In fact, I have some questions I have to line up for him. Let's see. Damn.
This Sunday, it's the Big Three Championship between the Miami 305 and the Chicago Triplets. This epic fight for the title pits Michael Beasley and Lance Stevenson against Montrezl Harrell. In their regular meeting, Montrezl exploded for 28.
Get ready, Gator.
Dominated the Chicago win. Can Beasley and crew win the rematch when it counts the most? The action starts with the Big Three's 8th annual All-Star Game featuring Dwight Howard, Greg Monroe, Jordan
Coming back.
Points and dominated the Chicago win. Can Beasley and crew win the rematch when it counts the most? The action starts with the Big Three's 8th annual All-Star Game featuring Dwight Howard, Greg Monroe, Jordan Crawford, Jonathan Simmons, Glenn Rice Jr., Corey Brewer, and more. The no-holds-barred action starts Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 Pacific on CBS.
Live radio, trusted DJs, breaking news, live play-by-play, endless music, and podcasts just for you. It's the free iHeartRadio app. Radio your way. Join the millions who already have it. Download the free iHeartRadio app, the #1 app for radio.
Think It Up is an initiative to activate student-powered, teacher-led learning projects. Students and teachers, how can you spark great learning experiences in your classrooms today? Join at thinkitup.org.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Dispensing unsolicited advice on a wide range of pointless topics.
Firm. People are hitting me up heavy for Mo questions this week, like legitimately saying, hey, send this over to Mo. All right, fine. I've arranged all of them here. I have questions for Mo, so we will ask those questions, for God's sake. Everybody relax.
Chill.
Is Mo there? Is he in that?
Oh, I'm here, buddy.
There he is. Thank God. Thank God he's there. Moses DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Here we go. Let's get into it. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass. You're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Whole stack of questions for Mo. Jury duty brought to you by the one, the only Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. After an accident, there's lots of attorneys trying to get your attention, and you can make a bad decision if you choose the wrong one. What you need to do is remember this. If you're injured on the go, you just call Mo. 800-CALL-MO. 800-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. Mo, here we go. Let's see what we got for you. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. Jury duty question for Mo. This is from Mike. And Mike says this, Moses. We just bought out a local family-owned company. This purchase included company vehicles. The company has some debt that we did not take on. The family's going to pay off the debt with their funds from the buyout. We took one of these company vehicles to the mechanic the family had been using 2 days after the purchase. We found out afterwards the family owes a mechanic $4,500. I went to pick up the vehicle and pay the diagnostic fee. I had the new license plate and registration in hand with the company name listed, and the mechanic refused to release the vehicle due to the family owing them money, even though it's now our property. I called the police department since they refused to release our property. The officer said he'd never come across an issue like this before, but it's a civil matter. That sounds like theft to me. Is there anything can we do or that we can do? Mike, what do you think, Mo?
Well, I think the first thing you have to do is look at the agreement that you have or the prior owner had with the mechanic. So typically you can file a mechanic's lien and things like that where you lien the vehicle. But does that contract actually allow them to withhold the vehicle? Typically, I don't believe it would. But it could. It could. If it's in there, they may be able to say, hey, we're not releasing the vehicle to you until you pay the balance. And if the prior owner of the company agreed to that, then that's binding on the company, which you now own. Now, you may have a lawsuit or a dispute against the prior owner since they didn't disclose that debt to you. So that may have to offset, a little bit of the sale price or something like that. But it could be a little bit of a messy issue there.
Yeah, that was a good answer, actually. So the police
like you're surprised.
No,
Points
that was
for Mo House.
That was a really random question. I've never heard this happen before.
12 years on the show. That's the first time. Oh, that's a good answer, Mo. Yeah, thanks.
I thought it was good.
You sound like you've been to law school.
But I think the guy's question being like, hey, you got a problem with somebody else. You don't have a problem with me. The problem doesn't follow the vehicle. If somebody made a deal with you that they would pay off something, it's based on a deal with them, not whoever happens to own the car at that point in time. It doesn't travel that way. Like the debt is stuck to the vehicle as opposed to the people.
Well, the way I understood is the company owns the vehicle and he purchased the company. So he's purchasing all assets and liabilities of that company. And this would be a liability, maybe an undisclosed liability, which is why he may have an action against the prior owner. But still a liability of the company that he's now inherited.
And I guess the problem is there's other victims in this because the people didn't get paid off, right? Like so the mechanic didn't get paid off either. All right, here's another one. That was a good question, by the way. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. Nick emails the show. Question for Mo. Hey, Sean, next time Mo comes in for jury duty, can you ask this question for me? A U-Haul truck recently crashed through the brick wall at my property, causing approximately $5,000 in damage. I attempted to file a claim with U-Haul's insurance, but I was informed that the truck had been reported stolen, and therefore they are not liable for the damages. Is it accurate that they can deny the claim solely on that basis? Are there any exceptions, such as the rental not being returned on time or possible negligence on U-Haul's part, that might make their insurance responsible for covering the damage? Appreciate your help on this, says Nick.
Well, I think you have to dig into that a little bit more. I mean, first, was there actual police report, reporting the vehicle stolen, or are they just saying it was outside of the rental agreement? So I think you need to push back and ask, okay, well, give me a written denial in writing and say exactly why, and then you can challenge that denial from there and, possibly even file a lawsuit against U-Haul and the driver of the vehicle to see who potentially may have insurance coverage there. I assume, I don't know if the driver was arrested or not or what the situation is, but typically when any vehicle causes damage, not the owner of the vehicle and the driver of the vehicle can be potentially liable. Of course, there is an exception if the vehicle is stolen, but I would want some more details regarding the theft.
So another great answer, by the way.
I'm just on a roll today, Sean.
All right, let's see if we can go for a 3, Kobe.
Yeah.
No
Let's not get too greedy here. Let's not get too greedy. But what if they say like, hey, this guy did rent this U-Haul from us, but the U-Haul was due back Friday. It's Saturday at noon, so therefore, now we've gone beyond this. And I would say like, no, it's just late. The guy had it late, and then he crashed your U-Haul. He hadn't stolen it at that point in time. How do they define what stolen versus late means in that equation?
Well, I mean, there's typically a grace period of some kind, but usually, when you authorize someone to operate your vehicle, if they don't return it right on time, that's not considered theft. Now, if they try to contact them, they're refusing to bring it back, things like that, then after a certain period of time, 72 hours, maybe a little bit longer, then possibly it could be considered theft. But you have to report that to the police and all.
Isn't it like intent? Like, you have
exactly,
to prove
it comes
that
down
they
to intent.
intended not to return the vehicle versus just being lazy or you're not making it in time.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
exactly.
All right, well, last one for now. Here is Gregory to tipsathenewsjunkie.com. He's going back to that story in Jacksonville where the young guy behind the wheel didn't want to get out of the car. He was asking for supervisors when the police pulled him over. He was basically not listening to their commands. And eventually they smashed in the window of his car and then punched him in the face for good measure. And Gregory says, regarding the case of the car extraction in Jacksonville, do suspects in lawful detainment prior to arrest have the right to remain silent? Or do Miranda rights only kick in when an arrest is made? Ooh. If somebody is driving on a suspended license, are we asked to give their license and don't? Aren't they technically invoking the self-incrimination clause of the Fifth Amendment? Is refusing to answer questions while asking for a supervisor not invoking the Fifth Amendment? Discuss, please, and thank you, says Gregory.
So, I mean, you always have the right to remain silent. However, you still are required to hand over your driver's license when you're driving a vehicle on the road. You're also required to identify yourself. Those are not questions that are protected by Miranda. Now,
what about getting out of your car?
So if you're ordered to step out of your vehicle, you do have to step out of your vehicle. And they don't have to provide a reason either. I mean, that's one of the things we see a lot where these social media videos, people say, well, why do you want me to step out? It really doesn't matter. They're giving you a lawful order at that point. You do have to step out of the vehicle.
So at what point do you say, am I being detained? Am I being detained?
Well, you can always say that. Am I being detained or am I free to go? And that's basically...
I say that all the time, just like with no cops around.
Usually at work. I go to
say it
pick
to my
up
wife a lot.
Starbucks sometimes. I'm like, am I being detained? Sorry, Moses, you were saying your real lawyer answer? I'm sorry. We threw him off, Celia.
No, he was trying to get 3 in a row. He was trying to get 3 in a row.
I told you it wouldn't happen.
I will give him the points.
If somebody is in that situation and the cops are barking orders at him, isn't the basic point, and I think this is what you were sort of getting at there, the basic point is it's not on you to determine if something is a lawful order. If the officer is saying it to you in that moment, it is by definition a lawful order.
Exactly, and you can challenge and stop later on. And that's what I was kind of saying about this case is this kid was clearly in the wrong as far as not complying with the lawful order given to him. Now, that doesn't justify the excessive force that they used in detaining and arresting him.
Yeah. The other thing I wanted to ask you about, Mo, is overnight, in downtown Orlando, 2 OPD officers killed a man. And the guy that they killed was coming at them. And they said, like, we felt in fear for our lives and opened fire, and they shot and killed this guy. The guy had a pair of scissors in his hand. That was the weapon that he had. They said he charged at them. They said, drop the weapon, drop the weapon. He refused to do it, and he was like coming towards them with these scissors in his hand.
How many of them?
And there was at least 2 officers. The guy was not related to the stop the officers were involved in. The Orlando Police Deputy Chad Ochuuzo said the officers were called to the Creative Village area for a dispute between 2 roommates when a man who was sleeping in a nearby park charged at them with scissors. He said the officers told the man to drop the scissors. He refused and made a slashing motion while continuing to come toward them. Officers opened fire, both of them, hitting the man who they killed because of the shots at the scene. And they said this was a completely unprovoked attack. The officers had no prior contact with the suspect. We want to be clear, the suspect involved in the shooting was not involved in the initial dispute. Scissors will do it still? I mean,
was the man's name Edward?
It does not suggest that his name was Edward, but
And 3 points for Moses.
could have been that same gentleman from the movies, but
So scissors versus completely bulletproof vests, I imagine more than one cop. That's still fear for your life? Or is that just, regardless, one guy has a weapon and that gives them all the reins to
Well, I mean, it's
use deadly
still
force?
a reasonableness standard. So did they use reasonable force given what they were facing or the threat that they thought
What if it
was
was
coming
kid
at
scissors?
them? If safety scissors?
Somebody says sounds like suicide by cop. No, this guy was a meth head, I think. I think it's just a crazy methed out dude on the street.
What's happening with meth these days? I thought everyone kind of just dug holes for hours and went to bed.
Not this guy. This guy's got scissors and he's running to the cops apparently, and they took him out pretty damn quickly.
Said he was like possibly sleeping on a nearby bench and woke up and just went and charged at him.
Just right into it, like from 0 to 100 miles an hour.
I think he had some mental things going on.
Yeah, the guy has a history. Like they were aware of him. He was on the radar for sure. Quick break. When we come back, we'll chat more with Moses DeWitt and hang out with him. I want to run the pilot story that we talked about the other day with Southwest Airlines by Mo for sure. We have a CEO attacked in broad daylight. We'll go through that, and we have much more to hit on before the show ends for the week. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Make Real Radio 104.1 #1 on your presets on our all-new iHeartRadio app and get cool stuff at Real Radio events. Get the app for free in your app store.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Scattered showers in the area might make your ride a little bit more difficult than usual. Expect reduced visibility and slippery roadways. There's a crash blocking multiple lanes on I-4 westbound approaching Kirkman Road. Move over and slow down if you see police activity or emergency vehicles on the roadways on the Turnpike northbound before that Osceola Parkway exit there. Traffic starting to slow down. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Service Titan.
Commercial contractors. Want to win larger contracts, accelerate your workflows, and empower your team with increased productivity? Service Titan is the end-to-end platform that does all that and more. Get a free pair of Apple AirPods when you request a demo at servicetitan.com.
Very exciting news, my friends. The mortgage rates are going down, and many people have loans in the 7s or even 8% range. And if you're one of them, you got to explore the savings for a refinance, and you got to explore it with that mortgage guy, Don. You could lower your payments or get cash out. So get a quote today with no hard credit inquiry. And most importantly, work with an expert and a friend that you could trust. Peace of mind right there at your fingertips by going to thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with that mortgage guy, Don.com.
Hey guys, it's Angel from the Monsters. You know I love cooking on my Big Green Egg. And every time I get asked why, I tell you it's because it's an awesome experience, it's impressive, and everything comes out great on the Big Green Egg. If you don't have one, you got to go visit my friends at Wassey's Meat Market and get yourself a Big Green Egg. They have the lowest prices in the country. They also have all the accessories. They even have a classroom set up where they'll teach you the basic to advanced techniques on the Big Green Egg. Follow them on their social medias. Also, check out the website, Wassey'sMeatMarket.com in Melbourne on Wickham Road. It's Wassey's Meat Market.
Now this is how you end a summer. Under the lights, surrounded by history. The driver's last shot at the playoffs. Your last chance to see regular season action. Friday night, Xfinity lights the fuse. Saturday night, the Cup Series delivers the fireworks. This is Daytona. This is everything. NASCAR weekend at Daytona International Speedway, August 22nd and 23rd. Get your tickets now at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
A golf instructor who knows technique can improve an aspiring pro's swing.
Hey everybody, the Power Hour has arrived. 3 segments and off to the races for the weekend. Thank God. Between us gals, we're off on Monday. Okay? We are off on Monday. And there are 2 secret shows that were recorded last night. One is going up today at 5 p.m. on thenewsjunkie.com. Subscribe to Secret Shows. Pick up a gift. You can get these pins while they last, the No Shit Warlock pins, or the Skin Bear stickers. Or you can always claim one of the random magnets, and I'll grab you a magnet out of the prize studio so that when you sign up for Secret Shows, you can get in on Game of Magnets. Everybody who's owed any gifts, those will all be processed this weekend. Everybody should get them next week. If you're already a subscriber but you still want one of these gifts like this, just go to the website and hit the gift icon and gift a random user Secret Shows. For every gift, you get to claim something. The second show drops Monday. The second Secret Show drops on Monday, so you have some more content. In fact, that's half a show right there, for God's sake. In fact, an entire podcast is only 2 hours and 30 minutes, and this would be very close to that. So if on Monday you want something new, subscribe to Secret Shows, listen to the last two shows. 3 minutes and we're coming back. A lot of discussion about recent changes at Netflix. I can tell you, last night we watched something on Netflix, and Netflix's new design on Apple TV is bad. It is dog water. It is not good. It is a disaster. It needs to be rethought. But perhaps the biggest sin is that Netflix now has a page for you where Netflix will recommend your content based on your horoscope. So if you are like me, and you are a Gemini, they will utilize whatever hocus pocus they pull in with that and say, here are the Netflix suggestions for you based on your horoscope. Which is really something. Something crazy. 2 minutes. Did I just hear Sean admit the show is only 2.5 hours long and not 4? If you strip out the commercials, the podcast is about that long, yes. Yes, indeed. 90 seconds and we're coming back. Netflix clearly going after, I believe, women with the horoscope suggestions. Everything's going to be true crime anyhow. It's just going to be like, oh, are you a Capricorn? What about this show where a woman cuts a man's balls off? You're going to love it. Oh, really? Are you a Cancer? What about this show where a woman cuts a man's balls off? You're going to love it. Oh, are you a Capricorn? You get the point. All right, coming back live in 5 seconds.
Or incontinence. Aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Need help after an accident? Just call Mo. Learn more at JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart Radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. Watching the world burn with some friends since 2007. This
I'm not going to complain about I am, but I am going to complain about this. I think that this is a real sin and that they've lost their way here. Netflix has dropped the ball. They've screwed up.
What happened? What did they do this time?
Certainly on Apple TV, the way that we watch Netflix, they made some changes, and now all that, the artwork and stuff is all weird, and it's not like...
They moved the sidebar to the top, which is annoying for me because I like to move there, back and forth, and now I think I have to hit the back button to get to the top.
Jesus.
It's more intuitive to have it on the side, I think. That's what everybody else...
Trying to reinvent the wheel here.
They truly are trying to reinvent the wheel. Now they added a place where they use your zodiac.
I saw
that. Your sign, and your sign is going to be what, like this says, Libras really like play fair in love and war.
It says Virgos up there. What does it have for Virgos?
Virgos are always hustling, C-Lane.
All right.
So you should watch Oppenheimer, The Queen's Gambit, or Beef.
I liked
Beef. For you.
Beef was good.
Can you throw me a Taurus, please?
Scorpios revel in mystery. So Wednesday, you or the residents are perfect for you. I don't see Taurus, unfortunately, for you.
Oh, I can watch
Sabrina.
whatever I want.
Yeah, it's wide open.
Nope.
They've changed all of the interface stuff to like clunky stuff. And then they added this big thing where it's like, we are going to use your zodiac to tell you what you should be watching. Discover shows and movies curated to align with your astrological sign.
I wonder if they're doing that based on actual user data. Like, do they ask your birthday when you sign up for Netflix?
Yes.
I think so, yeah.
So
I believe.
If they're just like, it's actually kind of a fun little exercise. Like, take their whole database and then arrange it by zodiac, and then see who has watched the most of what things. Kind of a fun thing to do.
What do you think Mo's zodiac sign is? Any
Mo's
guesses?
birthday just passed not too long ago.
Oh.
So that makes
he just made a face.
Makes him Pisces.
Oh, we got a Pisces guest. Don't say anything, Moses. We got a Pisces guest. I'm not
I don't know. Great with zodiacs, I got to be honest.
What do you think he is, Elaine? No cheating.
No
Damn
cheating.
it, I'm trying to cheat.
No cheating. What do you do? Why? This is a simple thing.
He is a cancer.
Yes, if that's right.
To insurance companies.
What is it, Mo? Just to pay it off.
I had to look it up because I didn't know. It's Aquarius.
Aquarius.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, well, that's bad news for you. Bad news for you.
News.
You
They're
have to
probably
watch
gonna recommend
Coco Melon.
all the same movies. Each movie's, oh, you're an Aquarius? Well, you're really going to like Wednesday. Every single thing from each person, one by one. I think this would be sort of nightmare territory. But
if you're in a household of more than one person, whose sign gets to be used?
No, this is a different story that I wanted to talk about very quickly, if you don't mind. Out of Charleston, South Carolina. And this guy, look up his name, please, because he's the CEO of a company. He's now suing Uber because this happened. Brian Coble, Kobel, Bryan Kobel. And this would be like such a nightmare scenario for me. He gets into a fight with his Uber driver, who he says was a Russian guy in this country illegally. And that's why they're kind of blaming Uber, I guess.
You, Brian?
Good for the Russian in the country illegally because he looks like he has a pretty nice Audi or something. But this dude says he gets into a fight with the Uber driver.
Jeez, I just saw it.
Did you? And the guy is in front of his partner. She's right next to him holding her purse and stuff. They look like they were getting ready to go out somewhere. He's holding their golden doodle, and he gets knocked out by the Uber driver.
That? Watch this, Sabrina.
All right, here he is. They're talking back and forth. He gets up in the Uber driver's face.
Oh, okay. He went. Oh,
the headbutt.
He headbutts him, and then he knocks him out. And I'm like,
but he also passed out with his legs crossed.
To get knocked out in front of your girlfriend, like
that was quick.
Down and out for the count. And she goes, oh, babe, are you okay? As the other guy the Uber driver gets into his car and flees. And he's holding the golden doodle while this happens for good measure.
Make sure you leave 5-star. Bye.
The dog is like, whoa.
Any reports of the dog's okay?
The dog's all right.
The dog just walked away to a new family.
The dog is okay. And the CEO is saying, we're going after you, Uber. We are going after you. He said the dog that was with him was his service dog. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And he said that
the driver really didn't want to pay the extra $5 for Uber Pet, did you?
Sure. Yeah, the driver refused to take his service dog, this like golden poo thing or whatever. And
that's not a service dog.
Golden poo.
And I know that, like, clearly this guy's a pain in the ass weirdo CEO guy.
You don't often hold your service dog in your arms. They have a vest and they help you make sure you don't have a heart attack or stroke.
Like,
or
not for nothing, it's a cute dog. It's a cute little dog, but. Buddy, like, are we supposed to believe this thing is integral to your life? You have to have this animal.
Did he really get... Oh, where's the dog?
The dog's leaving.
I thought I got run over.
The dog tries to flee the scene at the end. He just gets knocked the F out right in front of his partner, which must be so embarrassing.
I think he really got knocked out.
He hit the ground like a bag of bricks, man. So if he was faking it, like right here, 1, 2, boom, right in the chin. Yeah, I think he really got knocked out. I think this is just
seen
embarrassing.
Some soccer players go down like that.
Your dog and your partner are both right there. Like, oh, he just knocked you out. That's
partner
embarrassing.
Completely ignored the dog. It's also worth noting.
It says it was Yulium Dzizev Vadim Nikolaevich was the person who attacked, and the CEO that was attacked is now suing Uber. Any chance they have a case there, Moses? Thoughts?
Well, they could try to bring. Well, obviously, the Uber driver committed a battery, so that is not permitted, and they could sue Uber under a theory that he's essentially Uber's employer, which there's been a bunch of litigation over contractor versus employer when it comes to Uber. Now, as far as the dog being a service dog and him being denied this accommodation through the Americans with Disabilities Act or the ADA. I think that's probably an unlikely lawsuit for him to be able to bring because he'd have to prove it's actually a service dog, which I kind of doubt he can do.
Really? Okay, so if you make that claim and then that is the reason for you launching the lawsuit, then you're going to have to obviously prove that.
Yeah, but the battery is pretty straightforward.
I mean, aside from maybe a doctor's note or something, isn't there not really proof that your service dog is a service dog?
Well, I mean, typically the service dog has to perform some task or function directly related to the person's disability. So it can't be an emotional support animal or a comfort animal or a therapy animal. It actually has to be a service dog. So this guy would have to show that he has an actual disability.
But like the ADA, we've talked about a bunch of times, protects liars in this situation because there's no, you can buy a vest, but there's no like government acknowledged identification for a service dog.
Not in public, but if you bring a lawsuit, you're basically opening yourself up to interrogation regarding that, and then you do have a burden of proof to show.
And then you would have to like call your doctor to testify,
or call your doctor to testify,
or have like an affidavit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just for the record, this says a Russian Uber driver working illegal in the U.S. was caught on camera headbutting a South Carolina CEO as he held his service dog and leaving him with a brain injury. Charleston-based CEO Brian Coble, 45. Canceled a ride home from a French restaurant. I feel like I've heard of this before. Maison, Maison in Charleston. I feel like I've heard that before. Because the driver refused to take his service dog, and the whole thing was captured on this security video. So he says he now has amnesia and a concussion. And he learned from cops the driver got the Uber job with the fake license. And he's saying that Uber is responsible for making sure there's not, people with fake licenses.
Good luck.
Getting the gig. And Uber's probably going to say, like, look, we do our best to screen all these drivers. This is just a little bit too much. So there you go. We'll see what happens with that particular case. Join us on the show. Send us your emails, your dispatches, and let us know what you think by joining the show with either one of those. That is just fine. Let's see what we got here. Let's work in a couple of dispatches.
After that, I do have one more question for Moses.
Oh, forget that. Go with your question first.
We had the guy in Florida that made the news this week because he was using his sprinkler system to soak the kids, namely the disabled kids that were coming to and from school. He said he repeatedly used sprinklers, and there was a charge that he got that we were kind of scratching our heads about. This guy, his name is Antonio Roman, 61 years old. He faces 4 counts of stalking 2 counts of battery on a disabled person, 2 counts of regular old battery, after allegedly using a sprinkler system to harass his neighbors, including 2 special needs children. And the stalking thing was weird, and we didn't think it was going to stick as a charge because he wasn't like following these kids around. He was just at his house, watching for when they show up, turning his sprinklers on, and turning them off when they leave. Is it because he used surveillance cameras to watch outside? Can that be considered stalking?
Well, I think the element they're relying on here, I'm speculating here, obviously, would be the repeated targeting harassment of those individuals over an extended period of time.
I don't know if we missed this when we first did the story. He had been doing this for over a year.
Really? Mo, it was really messed up because when you see the footage, the guy takes his child out of the house in a wheelchair and he's wheeling them to the special needs bus. And right as he's doing it, the sprinklers come on and just douse them in the water from the sprinklers.
One of the dads would wear swim trunks and like a swimsuit and to shield his kid from the sprinklers.
And he's just doing it to be a jerk?
Yes.
Yeah, because they were touching his driveway.
He doesn't like the bus stop being on his driveway because the ramp, the disabled ramp to get the little wheelchair kids in is a problem for him.
The loophole that we did bring up, though, Moses, and I don't know if this feels a little bit like some of the booby trap arguments we've had on the show, was can the guy say, what are you talking about? I didn't turn my sprinklers on. My sprinklers are timed, they're on a routine, and they automatically come on when they come on.
I mean, it's a possibility that could show intent, and that it wasn't it wasn't an intentional battery, because one of the elements of battery is that it does have to be intentional. So it had to be the intentional spraying of the victims with water using the sprinklers. So that certainly could be a defense. I don't know if there's any evidence or like digital history or something like that you could show on the sprinklers it's not what he did.
Considering he's been doing it for a year, at some point early on, someone said something to him.
Well, he admitted to it. He acknowledged using the surveillance cameras to time the sprinkler activation. And there is a hilarious video of him. Channel 9 is like zooming in on him as he rides his motorcycle into his garage. And then he falls over on the motorcycle and then yells, "Get the F off my property," at the cameraman. So good for him.
Yeah, I mean, nobody's really going to be a big fan of this guy at the moment, I don't think. We want to know what you think, and it's very easy for you to join us on the show. Here's how you do it. You send us what we call a video or audio dispatch. We'd love to see you. Record whatever's on your mind. If you have a question for our friend Mo, you could certainly do that right now. If you have something you want to hear our take on, if you want to see what I think about something, if you want to see what everybody thinks about whatever you have going on in your life, all of those things are fine, and then some. But you got to get involved in the feedback loop here. Do that by recording your video or audio dispatch on the website, which is thenewsjunkie.com. Alternatively, if you're a little shy, I get it. You don't like the way your voice sounds. You don't want to be on video.
Oh, Sean, it's me.
I still think you got a great voice. I still think you're a lovely looking person. But we will take your emails. And if you want to be anonymous, put that up on top if you don't mind. How do you do that? Tips, TIPS, at thenewsjunkie.com. All right, I've been waiting all week for this. And by all week, I mean since I saw it this morning. There is a story that I've really, really been wanting to run by Moses, so we'll do that when we come back. And we'll also just enjoy ourselves a little bit as we're staring down the weekend here. If you'd like to come along with and have some fun on the way out, please do so, because that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Keep left while driving on I-4 westbound this afternoon. There's a crash between Conroy Road and Kirkman Road, blocking 2 right lanes. An accident's getting cleared up here on I-4 westbound at US 27. A fallen trees blocking the right lane partially on Florida's Turnpike northbound before that I-75 exit there. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Fair Winds Credit Union. Financial freedom happens here. Fair Winds Credit Union, Whether you need personal or business accounts to help you reach your goals, they've got you covered. Visit fairwinds.org to join their community of financial freedom seekers today. Financial freedom happens here. Federally insured by NCUA.
Folks, I'm excited to tell you about a company called Mills Air. This was a company started a long time ago by Leon Mills with the goal of just doing things differently. Just being an AC repair company for homes that doesn't want to just rip you off and make a quick buck. Being the company that you're going to go, hey, to your friends and family, this is the AC repair company that I would suggest for you. They want to be that person in your life. That's why they have so many 5-star reviews, because they are consistently the best. That's why I love Mills Air. And if you want a company like that at your house when you have an AC issue, Mills Air is the place. 407-277-1159. One more time. That's 407-277-1159. If you put your hand out and you feel the vent is just not blowing as cold as it used to, something must be wrong with your AC. Reach out to the experts. Go to millsair.com.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One, is back in Vegas.
T-Mobile Arena.
Streaming live only on Hulu. A weekend full of superstar performances. And keep listening for the next chance to win your way there.
Lenovo and the iHeartRadio Music Festival. Tech that hits different. Can your gear keep up with the beat? Lenovo PCs are built for creators, dreamers, and fans who don't hit pause. Visit Lenovo.com for the latest in AI PCs and game-changing tech.
It's the summer clearance event at Greenway Kia, and the race is on to sell 500 new Kias this month. Every new Kia is clearance price with savings up to $18,000 off MSRP. And when you trade in your vehicle, over 40 Greenway dealerships compete to buy it, meaning you could get up to $10,000 over Kelley Blue Book value. Best of all, our friendly, non-commissioned sales team is here to help, not hustle. I'm Joe Rossi, and we want to see you in a Greenway Kia.
Example stock TG004814. Negative equity refinanced expires 9/7/25.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news. We offer HELOCs and home equity lines of credit with scores as low as 640. Find out if you're qualified today.
No, Mike. What's happening, friends? Big weekend coming up. We are on approach. You know, the runway is in sight. I almost said landing strip, which I guess is appropriate. I'm not eating the sausage. No, it's not. I'm eating a half of a wrap.
3 minutes, folks. Coming back in 3 minutes.
And finish her lunch. It is good time for me. So, but there are a bunch of sausages here. Here, I'll show you. I'll show you what the sausage is. There was like a whole box of these and a whole bunch of beef jerky. I haven't broken into the beef jerky yet, but yeah. We almost there. What's up, Peachy? Bootsy? Hell of a punk rock show. Rapper's Delight. You smell like beef and cheese. Oh, there's a bunch of beef and cheeses in there, too. The little ones you see at the gas station with a stick of beef and a stick of cheese. It's a good time. I think Moses is laughing right now, I think because he's asking Sabrina, why is C-Lane holding up a giant sausage? Never had anything that big in my hand? Well, yes, I know this is going to shock you. I hope you're sitting down. But that is much bigger than my penis. I brought the lizard. Was there a lizard? Has that been a Skull Mike thing today? That there's been a lizard in Sean's studio? That is unfortunate. I don't mind lizards. There's a tiny one in my guest bathroom that I just kind of let hang out. You're not bothering me. Not bothering me. I should hack the streaming computer to put my camera on when we do these little dome mics, but my problem is I'd probably forget to turn it off. The lizard is cute. That's right. He posted it on X. I don't follow that guy on X. Let's see. What? X.com/the news junkie. Oh, it's on the little camera. Oh, that is cute. That's a tiny little guy. What a tiny little guy. This is the OBS bot camera, which I think is for OBS. I don't know. Wow. Very unprofesh. My bad. I won't do it again. But I'm going to do it again. Oh. Time to go back to work.
Are you shopping for hurricane impact windows? Get your free quote now, reesewindows.com.
He won't hesitate to call you out when you're being a little asky. This is the
It's most viral newsroom here on the show. Good to be a part of your life, as small a part or big a part as you'll let us have. Join us over at thenewsjunkie.com. Mo, what's the big thing going on in your world? Anything we need to get out there to the people to tell them about?
We got the Just Call Mo Comedy Jam coming up in October. I think tickets are for sale.
All right, nice. Go check that out at justcallmo.com.
MoComedyJam.com.
MoComedyJam.com, okay.
Have you revealed the lineup for this comedy jam?
I believe we have.
All right.
I don't remember who they are.
Let's go. Let's look it up.
It's been busy. It's been a busy week, I guess.
ComedyJam.com. Got it.
If Busdecker made the font bigger on this website, I might be able to see it.
Unbelievable, Busdecker. I knew this was going to come
There's
up.
people.
All right.
Talking about people.
Madison Bakich, Ricky Reyes, Sean Finnerty, and hosted by Ross McCoy.
There you go. All right,
Very
go
nice
check
guy.
that out. MoComedyJam.com. I did see some breaking news just coming in. We'll get this out there because we were talking about the D.C. stuff where they sent in the feds and they were working with the D.C. police to like crack down on crime. And that was like, it was controversial for some people in Washington, D.C. But now we see President Trump says Chicago will be the next city his administration targets for a federal crackdown on crime. And CNN just posted this. It says Trump says Chicago next for federal crime crackdown. Oh, hang on. I got to bust past the old paywall Rooney here. There we go. President Trump said Friday Chicago will be the next city that his administration targets for a federal crackdown on crime. We'll straighten that one out probably next. That will be our next one after this, Trump said from the Oval Office. I think Chicago will be our next, and then we'll help with New York. By the way, the laws are very different based on other cities, and the DC's, a different animal altogether, where the president definitely has authority to do that there if he wants to.
And this is like with protests, or they're just going based on crime rate altogether, no matter the time of year?
What do you mean? Like what place they're picking next?
Yes.
I don't think so. I think that he's trying to pick a place where he thinks people think this is like the scary city, and then he thinks it'll score him like political points. And I think he's just choosing them that way, probably.
Chicago over Detroit, though? Isn't Detroit kind of known for?
I would say St. Louis would be one of the ones that I would go for. I mean, just in terms of like cities that could be so much better that are dangerous. But all these cities are bad. They do have a lot of problems. The president has credited his federal takeover of Washington, D.C.'s police force with driving down crime in the city. He said there haven't many murders in a week. It's a miracle. He says they said despite the fact that such weeks have occurred multiple times so far this year. Trump also dismissed polling showing that some of the city residents disapprove of the deployment of federal troops, calling them fake news. He said they're wearing red hats. African-American ladies, beautiful ladies, are saying, please, Trump, come to Chicago. I don't know about that. It was not immediately clear how a federal crackdown in Chicago would work and how closely it would resemble what has happened in D.C. Washington, D.C., which is not part of any state, rude, has restrictions on its ability to govern its own affairs, and the president has the ability to effectively federalize its police force. That's what I was trying to tell you there, basically, in so many words. So, all right, there we go. Mo, the question I've been dying to ask you.
Why do birds suddenly appear?
No. Beautiful song, though. There is a story this week that kind of had me enthralled a bit about a 26-year-old named Callum Heskett. And if you guys want to look this up for more details, Callum, and his last name is Heskett, Heskett. And this guy was a ranger. He was like a state park ranger in Colorado. And he said, I've been attacked. I was stabbed. And when the cops were called, he has a knife sticking out of his body. And he's like, I'm freaking out here. And they end up doing a reverse 911 message to all the locals. They're like, there's an attacker on the loose here. Somebody fled on foot. They got the description out there to everybody. It was crazy. They activated SWAT. Drones were deployed. It was absolutely unhinged, the whole reaction to this whole thing. But they kept questioning him more and more because they thought something was wrong. So, well, he definitely did get stabbed. Like, he did get stabbed. But he was
airlifted to the hospital.
Yeah.
That's how bad the stabbing was.
Yes, but the problem is this. Eventually, they said, can we take a look at your phone? And they said, yeah, sure. And they start looking at this guy's phone, and they found out that he searched for the safest areas to stab yourself.
Stupid idiot. You dumb ass.
And he search history from his phone showed a series of searches looking at abdominal anatomy, like how deep are arteries in the left lower Q, and also a search for a 3.5-inch stab wound to the left lower.
You're a dumbass.
And more.
Almost 9,000 people were on lockdown, including the residents surrounding the area. There was drones and SWAT team and everyone looking for nobody that existed. That's insane.
Yeah, and they said there was a couple of things that really tipped them off. One
was it the knife still being inside him? This is very Smollett. This is so Smollett right now.
No.
Oh, I still got the noose on.
He's the Smollett of God's country.
This guy. So they said, hey, we did notice you do have a knife in you right now. And you said the person attacked you and tackled you and stabbed you. Why isn't there any dirt on your outfit at all? There's
we did it right on the concrete. Next question.
No dirt on you, sir. And they said something is just wrong here. They also said there was like no hesitation or slash marks around the knife wound. It looked like it perfectly had been sunken into the guy. While investigating the guy, they obtained consent from him to search his cell phone. And once they got into his cell phone, they saw these searches in his history. If an officer says, I'd like to look at something on your phone, let's say the cops pull you over, Mo, and they say, I want to just take a look at something on your phone real quick. I want to look at the last photo you took on your phone. If they ask something like that and you give them your phone, is anything else they find that isn't related to the reason they said, is anything on your phone up for grabs if you willingly gave it to them?
Yeah, it's no different than them allowing you to search your car and they find something unrelated to the stop or what they're looking for. So once you give them permission to search it, they can basically do whatever they want.
Man, I guess that makes sense too, because it's just like property, right?
Yeah.
So anything that they see on there is it, even if you have an elaborate hoax that you were trying to pull on everybody.
Now I'm wondering, like, this is not his first rodeo. He has done smaller things, and it started in high school. That's my guess.
Like, do you think you could ever stab yourself like that?
No.
I've done it by accident, not with a full knife, but boy, did I almost get stitches and pass out looking at the wound.
Like, you got a 3.5-inch bladed knife in your hand, Sabrina, and you have to just plunge that into you? Oh, God. I don't think I could do that.
I would love to see the fly on the wall. He has the WikiHow up, and he's like, okay, so you angle it this way. In 3, 2, 1, now call 911.
Yeah.
Fled on
That's
foot.
what he did.
It's a man, 2 ears, eyes. Go get him.
Right.
But what was the purpose? Just for
the
fun?
purpose was for attention, I guess. Yeah.
Jeez.
the park ranger just wanted attention, wanted everybody to think that he got stabbed and attacked. And like Jussie Smollett, like Sealand was saying. And then turns out, nope, the whole thing was completely made up. Mo, one of the biggest stories of the week, we had to ask you about this, obviously. I'm sure you saw the Turnpike story where this guy who was here in the country illegally from India is somehow behind the wheel of this semi-truck. He pulls a U-turn where you're not allowed to. He blocks all the lanes of the Turnpike, and 3 people end up dying in a crash from that. If you're an attorney and those families call you, they got a case on their hands, or what are they looking at?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, especially since he was driving a commercial vehicle, there should be a commercial insurance attached to that. But yeah, that's an egregious case where they absolutely have a lawsuit there.
A lot of stuff has come up in the wake of this. I talked a bit about how this guy, even though he was here illegally, was given a CDL, a commercial driver's license, allegedly, from the state of Washington, and also a temporary CDL from the state of California. If he wasn't supposed to actually get those, if they overlooked the fact that this guy was not a U.S. citizen who was in the country illegally awaiting asylum proceedings, if they overlooked that and they gave this guy the CDL that put them behind the wheel, could you target those states?
I think it'd be pretty difficult to actually target the states because, number one, they're going to have sovereign immunity, which is going to limit the amount that you could recover from them. But also, it'd be hard to show that it's foreseeable that mistake, giving license, whether it's a driver's license or a commercial driver's license, to someone who's here illegally, it's difficult to make it foreseeable that that's going to lead to a vehicular homicide like this. Because presumably he still passed the tests and things like that. So that one fact would make it difficult to go after the state, in my opinion.
Really stupid, weird question that is just in absolute fantasy land. If the state of California was knowingly giving out CDLs to people who, let's say, like, they knew didn't understand the street signs, or were, because of some other disability, completely obviously incapable of driving the vehicle, and then therefore they would know that it would be more likely that there would be a crash, there would be more meat on the bone there?
Theoretically speaking, it wouldn't surprise me if there's statutes on the books that prohibit you from bringing those kinds of lawsuits against the state because they're going to insulate themselves from potential liability there. But in theory, yes, there would possibly be more meat on the bone there.
More bad news for the Menendez family after the Netflix series. After all this, they thought they were getting out, but the bad news was just coming down the pipeline for them. This is ABC News. Oh, no. Wow. What happened? The video just exploded as I hit play. Oh, I got it. This is fully under control, folks. Here goes nothing. ABC News on this right here.
In California, Eric Menendez was denied parole, and Matt Gutman is joining us from San Diego. Matt, what's the latest? How did they come to this decision?
One at a time.
They had to pour through a voluminous amount of case file, thousands of pages. Juju, that's even before today's marathon. 10-hour session lasted. It was just a short time ago that the parole board finished explaining why it came to this decision. So
they said to Eric Menendez, nope, we're denying you parole. And I think that means like another 4 years or so that he has to go back to prison and deal with this stuff. Do you think if it's the parole board, first question, Moses, who generally is on those boards? Like, who is that made up of, the people who make decisions whether or not somebody gets parole?
It's a good question. I think it's typically, I don't know who it is, actually.
Is it like people who work in the justice system, or like it must be people who have
on TV? I thought it was people that are just part of that board, that probably law enforcement, former judges.
They would have to have knowledge in that field, right? Because there's no way they would just take randos and be like, okay, you're on the parole board now.
Now, grand jury is civilians, right? When it comes
grand
to
jury
stuff
civilians,
like that?
Mm-hmm. When you convene a grand jury. This is just something I had not heard of before, but when you have these people who decide parole, one would guess they would be experts in the field in some way. And the other thing is, if they are granted the authority, I guess, to determine whether somebody gets released or not, that's it, right? There's probably there's no appealing this for them. There's he had his shot and he just didn't get it.
Yeah, and I'm sure he's going to be eligible to come back up for parole at a later date. It's kind of interesting, though, because his lawyer, Mark Garagos, was talking about it was basically a foregone conclusion that these people were going to be let out I think originally he said they were going to be out by Thanksgiving of last year.
Yeah.
So obviously that did not happen.
But wasn't that from the guy who was running for a position?
What's that?
It was.
You are correct.
The original prosecutor who was in charge, or the state attorney, or whoever it was, there was somebody who was like actively pushing for the Menendez brothers to be released, and that guy ended up losing his gig, I believe. I think is what ended up happening.
He did, but then the governor, Gavin Newsom, I believe, fast-tracked their parole hearing, and what he did, he pushed the materials to review by the parole board before the ruling even came out that would make them eligible for parole. So everyone assumed that since he was doing that it was basically going to happen. Now, I guess the governor could still grant them clemency if he wanted to do so and have them released that way, because they are state charges.
He'd have to find out if he thinks that's politically viable for him, because everything Gavin Newsom's doing right now is to not to appease Trump fans, not to win over Republicans, but to consolidate votes that are left of center. Everything he's doing is to do that right now. And a lot of people who are left of center are looking for somebody to like throw some punches. So it's been working for him so far. And he'd have to calculate, like, does releasing the Menendez brothers, is that going to be something that wins me votes and poll points? Or if that loses me poll points, I'm not going to do that at all. I don't know if he wants to weigh in on that enough. Okay, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll hear from you. Just send us a dispatch right now. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Final dispatches. Stories that didn't make the cut. And today I'm going to wrap everything up for a Friday. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
The Jim Colbert Show. Out of context.
I am not a chocolate sucker. What I do like to do, though, is bite them in half and extrude the peanut while the shells of the M&M are dead in my mouth.
That's what it is. You're a nut sucker.
I'm not a nut sucker, Deborah.
The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Odoo.com Weather Center. Odoo.com, the only business software.
Hey, everybody. Thank you for hanging out with us all week long. It's been an absolute pleasure. If you want to support me and everything that happens around here, one of the best ways to do that is subscribe to Secret Shows. Unlock Secret Shows and all of the premium elements of the newsjunkie.com. This is going to be the way that you get access to a lot of stuff moving forward, for sure, especially exclusive video content. And I'd love for you to sub this weekend. Subscribe. New show coming out, the first new show. Secret Show drops today at 5 p.m. on the newsjunkie.com. You can subscribe for as little as $2.99. The second show, we are off on Monday. The second show drops on Monday. Thank you, Cat Butthole. Appreciate you. Rate the show. Out of 10, what do we get? 10 out of 10 is a winner. 1 out of 10 is a loser.
Design and install a solar system built for your home and tailored towards your energy needs, so you can lock in lower costs and enjoy predictable bills.
Rate the show out of 10. Always a 69. A perfect 8. You just stepped on the lizard? I did not.
So stop waiting.
Let me see though.
That next power bill. Start looking forward to energy freedom. Call Solar Installers of Florida today. Get a free quote. They can give it to you in less than 5 minutes. And as you mentioned, C-Lane from the news.
I don't see him.
They'll kick an additional $500 off that bill. Call them at 407.
He's in there, but I don't see him just yet. He might be underneath. Who knows? 10 out of 10. 10 gators. 8 lizards out of 10. 9 out of 10 due to the gator. I'll give it a 9.3 because of the lizard. Wow, we got bumped up on account of gator today. All right, I got to get the Today Alert. Here we go. Oh my God, it feels good.
Seniors, military, first responders, and teachers get a 5% discount. Whether it's a stub door or a snap spring, we've got you covered right when you need it the most. Call Precision Garage Door Service today or visit us online. Precision Garage Door Service. Garage doors done right.
At Mayo Clinic in Florida, we're fixing the unfixable. Combining the use of robotics and an endoscope, our expert neurosurgeons are performing spinal fusion surgeries more safely and effectively.
Oh my God, it smells so good out there. Delicioso, excelente.
Possible at Mayo Clinic, because every day we're doing what's never been done. Learn more at mayoclinic.org/possible. Mayo Clinic, you know where to go.
Again, everybody, thank you. Everybody who has gifted subs and is waiting for their pins or stickers or whatever, I am going to do my absolute best over the next couple of days to get all of those shipped out to you. I've got all the envelopes ready. I've got everything back here ready to go. The stickers, I mean, I'll show you an annoying thing. Like this is one of the million things I have to do. The Warlock pins, they come like this, and you have to like work to make them look like they're supposed to work. It's a nightmare, but it's worth it. So that's like one example of the 8 billion things you have to do to get this all ready to go. Anyhow, yours is on the way. I'm telling you that. All of them will be sent out, everything you're owed for gifting subs or subscribing in the next week. All right, who is our chatter of the day? Chatter of the day. I'll tell you who it is. Somebody with a big heart. Bigger brain. Somebody who was an excellent help today. Somebody who is after my heart and after yours. The chatter of the day is Gator. Congratulations, Gator. They said you couldn't do it. You up and did it. They said you couldn't do it. You up and did it.
We have about 18 devices last time I counted.
2 teams require a lot of speed. Everything they do is online.
There's gaming, there's streaming. Spectrum is perfect for us. I mean, it just seamlessly connects all our devices with lightning speed.
Sounds like Spectrum is really committed to keeping you connected.
Gator don't play, no. But Gator does win. Congratulations, Gator. Congratulations, Gator. Wherever you are, in there. Gator, don't die before Monday. Gator is us. God bless you, Gator. Have a great weekend, everybody. Be safe.
This Sunday, it's the Big Three Championship between the Miami 305 and the Chicago Triplets. This epic fight for the title pits Michael Beasley and Lance Stevenson against Montrezl Harrell. In their regular season meeting, Montrezl exploded for 28 points and dominated the Chicago win. Can Beasley and crew win the rematch when it counts the most? The action starts with the Big Three's 8th annual All-Star Game, featuring Dwight Howard, Greg Monroe, Jordan Crawford, Jonathan Simmons, Glenn Rice Jr., Corey Brewer, and more. The no-holds-barred action starts Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 Pacific on CBS.
Are you tired of cookie-cutter barbershops and sterile salons? At Hammer & Nails Grooming for Guys, they believe today's extraordinary man deserves more than just a haircut. Hammer & Nails offers premium grooming services in a space that's built for men. No pedicure fumes, no take-a-number chaos, just expert care, craft cocktails, large screen TVs that you control, and an atmosphere you can actually unwind in. Because when it comes to men's grooming, they don't cut corners. They redefine the whole experience. Hammer & Nails. Come as you are, leave as you want to be.
For more information about contests on this station, go to realradio.fm/rules.
Remember when you had a guy, someone who could fix anything? They're still out there at Batteries Plus with their quick solutions and expert advice on any batteries from cars to golf carts. Batteries Plus will have you in and out and on your way in no time. Batteries Plus, the experts in charge.
We all remember that one teacher who made a difference. Now's your chance to say thank you in a big way. iHeartRadio's Thank a Teacher, powered by Donors Choose. Nominate an outstanding teacher in your life to be among the winners of $5,000 to stock their classroom at iHeartRadio.com/teachers.
You can't be stopped with Unstoppable's laundry scent boosters because they give your clothes 24-hour nonstop freshness. So even on your longest nonstop days, you'll be confident in smelling fresh all day long. Try now for as low as $5 and smell unstoppable.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by crimeline.org. Give a tip anonymously.
Watching the world burn with some friends since 2007. This
And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Friday. Man, what a week it's been, as per usual. What a time. What a time.
Did Celine tell you?
About what?
Who's right outside the studio right now?
No, who's outside the studio right now? Well, let me guess. Somebody else is bringing you guys in some big presents?
No.
No, it's just Ice Cube.
Oh, literally Ice Cube is there?
Literally Ice Cube.
Why does Mo look so disinterested if Ice Cube is right behind him?
We're trying to be chill about it. So what I do is I offered him pepperoni. I immediately grabbed a box of pepperoni and I said, "Anyone want some pepperoni?"
He said salami, technically,
and then ran into the studio again. So.
Is Ice Cube there plugging that movie that we've been trashing?
No.
I totally forgot about that.
That's what he's there for. Ice Cube's like, I heard you guys talking about my War of the Worlds movie.
He is here to talk about the brand new football league that he's doing.
Basketball.
It's a sports league.
The Big Three, right? The Big Three basketball.
This is why we didn't get the interview.
Yes. You're screwing the whole thing up. Yeah.
Man, I do have a bit of a bone to pick with him, but I'll say that for later.
No, pick it. He's right outside that door, Moses.
Don't pick it.
No,
we're just going to get a pick.
All
hopefully.
Right. On the way out, Moses, what was this thing that you got coming up here again that we were talking about? MoComedyJam.com.
MoComedyJam.com, the Just Call Mo comedy show, whatever we call it. All proceeds go to the benefit of the Yellow Brick Road Foundation. Not just the proceeds, every dollar we raise. So you can buy those tickets. I think they're $20 at MoComedyJam.com.
All right. Sabrina has an event this weekend.
You bet your butt. Another comedy event, but this one in Mount Dora is the last of the summer series. So tickets are, I think, 5 VIP left if you want. realradio.fm/comedy. Great times. Lots of fun drinking if you're up for it. And very funny people, plus me and Christopher Lane.
I'm sorry. What is in your hand right there?
Oh, this is the VIP cups.
Oh,
I'm going to put some pepperoni in it, offer it to Ice Cube.
You got to drop the pepperoni thing, but those are quite fancy. Those are cool.
Yeah, not too bad.
Looks like Halloween Horror Nights or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
That'll be fun
too. Let's see. Do we have time? We don't have time for final dispatches. Let's just get the hell out of here.
All right. Happy Friday.
Bye. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Friday, August 22nd, 2025. Mo, thanks for hanging out with us today.
Thanks for having me, Mr. Walsh.
Yeah, we appreciate you.
Great
we
guy.
want people to know about you. We want people after an accident to remember to call you. And just for the enjoyment of hanging out with Mo. Really,
Good
truly.
guy. And he gets to relax this weekend for once.
Good for you.
For now. I'm sure they'll make me do yard work or something.
Here we go. Today I learned this band right here.
Oh, right.
Cracker. Cracker is correct. Yes, indeed. The band Cracker was originally called Camper Van Beethoven.
Okay.
That was their
Crackers,
first name.
Good call.
A manager said, this name is never going to work for you. You guys will not be famous as Camper Van Beethoven. And they said, oh, yeah, we'll call our band Cracker. And he said, that's not going to work either. And they were kind of right. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We'll be back on, Monday or so, Tuesday. Same time, same place. Missed any of the show?